Hello and welcome to Meme of the Month. We have another wild crew here tonight, and boy, we're gonna be doing some stuff. It's gonna be great. I'm excited. We are gonna start out with letting everyone introduce themselves and who they're playing. So we'll start off with Adam.
Hi, I'm Adam DeWeese. I usually can be found on the Majestic Goose Network playing in Eclipse, Halfway to Hero, Shitty Cowboys, One Shot Onslaught, a bunch of shows over there. So go check those out. And then today I'm going to be playing Don Volcano. Don Volcano is a fire genasi slash inventor or aspiring inventor. He started about a week ago, so we're gonna see how good. I'm level 6. I don't know how I started inventing only a week ago and got to level 6 that fast, but artificers must level up very quickly. So we'll see how well my inventions do tonight.
All right.
I am Rebecca playing Madeline Nova, Astral Elf Circle of Star Druid, and she is a Fae-related Sea of the Fallen Stars kind of druid girl. That's what she
Nice.
got.
All right. And Drundu.
Oh, do beg your pardon. Sorry about that. I'm Drundu. I'm a human man, and I am on shows on the Majestic Goose Network, such as Shitty Cowboys and Rolf Weird and Storytime with Silas. Tonight, I'm going to be playing Brother, who is a Goliath monk and a devotee of a god he calls Coldstone.
Okay.
Sorry,
And-
I just needed to circle back real quick. I did forget to say my human archetype. I am also a human male. So I didn't know we were having to do that too, but
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
I'm also a human in real life.
He's a
And
level 1 peasant.
Alondra.
Hello, I am Alondra, aka Lady Bedivere. You find me in a bunch of places that I'll talk about probably at the end of this. I am an 800-year-old bog witch in real life, but for today's game, I will be playing Cortana Dirk, who is a Shadar Kai blade-singing wizard.
All right. So we have quite the group. Oh, I am Danny. I am vaguely human-ish. Yeah, we'll call it that for now. And I'm going to be your DM for the evening. And yeah, I've got a lot of fun plans for this group. We're going to see how well it all goes. One thing we did not actually discuss before we started playing. Do you feel like you all know each other? We are currently located in Meantown.
Okay, that's a good question. Yeah, we should have probably had this conversation.
Yeah, we
at
should've.
least some kind of conversation about it.
We needed to
Um,
talk about tofu and chili. Okay, that was important.
It was very important to get the tofu conversation.
Okay.
This is just like our Monster of the Week doing our connections
sure.
on
Exactly.
screen.
Yeah,
Let's just do
yeah.
a brief
Yeah.
version
What are our
of that.
connections?
We're all pros.
I think you all have heard of the Dirk family. They are incredibly wealthy. They are of the noble classes, whatever those happen to be in Meme Town. It seems to vary from district to district. But I don't think any of you have met Cortana. She hasn't. She's kind of just branching out on her career as an adventurer on her own. She's mostly just worked for the family up until now. But she's very excited to work with a different group.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so Don's trying to obviously make a name for himself in the new business he's trying to run, Volcano Industries. And before he's pretty responsible, so before like I just get all of my inventions and like start selling them, I'm trying to like field test them, right? Like I want to make sure they actually work before I start selling them. So I'm thinking that Don could have probably just like found literally any group of people that were going to go on an adventure, literally any adventure, and just tried to tag along so that he at least had like some capable people to like back him up in case the inventions don't work or work badly for him. So I think it should be pretty easy to get Don involved with this group.
All right.
I think everybody knows brother. He's a wrestling champion, brother. And I think he's looking for licensing opportunities with our little inventor friend there. Maybe he can get some exploding toys.
I got
Explosive
pyrotechnician.
power, brother.
Okay. That works. That works. I got a
Yeah,
plan
the
for this
pyro.
now. And Madeline, are you someone who knows a lot of people in Meme Town? Are you kind of a big name? Are you just someone who hangs out a lot?
Yes, yeah. So Madeline is familiar with the sky and astronomy. And I think that if anyone's ever been to a camp over the summertime, she has told you about different constellations and things like that. But also, if anyone here is in any capacity klutzy at all, she's got a healing feeling kind of situation too, you know. So
Excellent,
she'll take care of you, or help you take care of yourself because she ain't got all day.
All right. Well, this works out very nicely. we are actually going to have the whole group meeting up at Memetown University. And you have been called there by Professor Drake Shara. And he's a researcher. He's been doing some work with dragons. And because he's big into research, that's actually how he met Dawn Volcano and knew that Dawn was trying to get into the adventuring thing and asked Dawn to help him get some folks together. Dawn was able to reach out to Brother, who, wants to get into the whole thing. I think Professor Shara probably knew that Madeline was into like astronomy and stuff, and yeah, that's kind of sciencey. And this is a science project. And suggested that you come join us. And well, Cortana, you wanted to get into stuff, and it's a name, and the name. They might kill me if you get hurt, but yeah, that's fine. It's fine. So you all assemble at Professor Drake Shara's in his office. And he's looking really kind of nervous and looking at his watch a lot because he put out this call about an hour ago. So there's just a bit of a rush. Quite a bit of a rush, actually. But you all get there. And once you're all assembled, great, you're here, great. So I am in desperate need of some adventurers who are scientists. Science is good. Do any of you have like a biology background? Any work with dragons? No.
I've met a dragon before.
Okay.
Does that
okay.
count?
Yeah. Did you get along? It didn't eat you, right?
No.
Okay,
That's
good.
why I'm here.
Are any of you opposed to being eaten by a dragon?
Kind of.
And we get
Well-
to pick the sauce.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. I've been working with dragons for a while. There's some ethics stuff going on. The university's kind of unhappy about a couple of things. It's fine. But the point is, I've been working with dragons and I've been keeping all my notes, right? You keep your notes in a really nice leather-bound book. One of the dragons ate it about 2 hours ago. And I need that book back. And I tried to get him some Ipecac. Didn't work. Apparently, dragons don't vomit. I didn't know that. Did you know that? Dragons don't vomit?
I never knew that, but surely they poop.
Yeah, but that's the problem. See, I've been doing some research. I've been doing a lot of research. And here's the thing. I am like 99% sure. Like, have any of you ever seen dragon poop? No, because I'm pretty sure dragons don't actually like steal their hordes. They eat and they shit out gold. Which is, cool. But all my notes about that are in that book. But if it goes through the dragon, it's not going to come out as a book. It's going to come out as a pile of gold. And then I don't have notes. I just have a pile of gold. I mean, I like a pile of gold, but I need the notes. So, I need y'all to go into the dragon and get the book for me.
There ain't a hold alive the brother can't break out of, and an esophageal swallow hold is no exception. Yeah.
Sorry, I have
Yeah.
more questions.
Absolutely, yeah.
How are we getting inside of a dragon without being dead?
Oh,
And
I
out.
got some magic for that.
Okay.
And he hands you each 2 flasks that are labeled "Drink Me," and 2 tiny little cakes in very cute little boxes that have in frosting on top of them, "Eat Me." So this is like sort of reduce and large spells on steroids. And when you drink, you're gonna get real small so that the dragon can just swallow you whole. And then when you eat, you're gonna get normal size. Sound good? Yeah.
Well, it's better than supposing we were gonna be a suppository. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we don't want to go in backwards. That would be
No.
bad. Because then you have to fight through everything. See, we're on a bit of a time crunch because the dragon digestive process is about 4 hours total. And it's been 2 hours since he ate the book. So we got 2 hours before it comes out the other end. So yeah, I need you to get in there, get that book. And I mean, I guess you can come back out the front if you want, or you can just like push your way out the end, because if you go through fast enough, you're not going to be acted on by like all the enzymes and stuff that change you into gold. Right? Like it's a whole timed process. It takes time for things to break down. And sometimes I think it takes longer for some things than others, but the point being, I need you to go in there, get the book, and hurry it out before it turns into gold.
Okay, we'll do it. What is the pay?
Whatever gold comes out with you before the dragon wakes up.
Do you still want the book if it turns gold?
Yeah, I need the notes. I'm hoping that it won't have turned into gold at all. I'm really hoping it doesn't turn to gold.
And just clarification, you didn't back up your copies with the ERB with the university?
So I'm not exactly sanctioned with this notes with the experiment.
So this is like in sort of like a on the DL situation.
Absolutely, yeah.
Great, my family's really good at that.
Oh, excellent. Good. Yeah. Okay, good.
This
Right.
seems pretty shady to me. I'm
Yeah,
a role model.
Is
okay.
the dragon going to like kill us first?
No, I have sedated him a little. But if you get close to his mouth, he's probably going to try to eat you. But that's okay because we want you to go down the mouth hole.
He's
whole
So,
probably
plan,
not
yes,
going to
yes.
be too happy that we're crawling around his butt.
oh, probably not. He's. I got the feeling that there's going to be a lot of gold that comes out with you. Like
Oh, yeah.
you're
Does he have a
basically going to be
name?
causing. I call him Montgomery.
Montgomery the dragon.
Is this
Yeah.
I
What
feel like
color
it's
is he?
only polite to know his name if we're going
Yeah,
inside
that's what
him.
I'm saying.
Yes, yes. Also, is this
Yeah.
one of those dragons that can turn into a person? You
I-
know, have you ever
no.
seen
Let's
those?
not
I've seen a
dwell
dragon.
on that too much,
I've seen a
friend.
dragon turn into a person before, and I just want to make
Oh,
sure
yeah,
that
me
this
too.
dragon doesn't turn into a person while we're
They have
inside.
really, really old dragons for that, though. It's
Yeah.
kind of a learned skill. So, is this an old dragon?
Oh
or a
no,
younger?
he's pretty young.
Just
How
making
big is
sure.
he?
Grown to full size.
Oh,
Is that
okay.
like how deep is his throat?
Oh, a lot.
I
I
really
would
feel like we should
say-
take this dragon out for dinner first, but it sounds like we don't have
Before
time
we
for
ask
that.
How deep it's.
How long's
mean,
a piece of string?
If you look at it, he's
It's
big.
very important questions, okay?
Yeah, he's he's a large dragon. He's real big.
Okay, we should probably get moving because it sounds like we're going to be on sort of a timer here, and I'd love to not be trying to race through a dragon's internal organs against
Yeah.
petrification. That doesn't seem like a great time.
Yeah, no, that and
I don't
yeah,
know,
if you
some
stay
people
in there
pay
too
good money for
long,
that kind of
you
thing.
could turn into gold yourselves. But it makes you dead.
Okay.
Yeah. Dawn, you got a question?
I had a question. Now I've got two questions because you mentioned us turning into gold. So
Right,
how
yeah.
long does that take? Is now superseding my previous question.
Well, okay, so the whole process from start to end is I'm guessing 4 hours, but honestly it's probably longer than that.
Cool.
But I wouldn't stay in the dragon more than a couple hours if you can avoid it.
Love
And as
the
much as you
confidence.
can, don't like get covered in liquids because that's just gonna like speed up the process.
My my original question was going to be, what's going to be the light situation in here? If we light a torch, is that going to
I mean, it's probably going to give him some heartburn, but do what you got to do.
Okay. All
I
right.
got magic for that, brother. No problem. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, yeah. Okay, all right. If y'all want to come with me, we're going to go outside, and
And then
you
we're
can
gonna
meet
go
Montgomery.
inside.
Well, we have to go outside to go
To
inside.
go inside.
Yeah. Montgomery's in a cave out back.
Is
and he
Montgomery
will-
chill?
Well, he's sedated right now, so he is pretty chill at the moment. He's probably going to be pretty piss by the time he wakes up. I don't know how long the sedation's going to last. It's a little bit of a science that I haven't perfected yet.
It sounds like we should really get these notes back so that we can get
Yeah.
some clearer answers about
Oh,
this. We
yeah.
might even have some contributions to those notes.
Yeah,
Since
that
we're
would be great. Yeah.
testing uncharted waters. This is very reminiscent of a children's theatrical production that used to tour around. I'm not sure if you've
Really?
ever heard of it. Yeah, it was about a teacher and a bunch of students, and they would go on these like wacky adventures. Always kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Well, hey,
tally
I mean,
ho.
if it works out and it's fun, maybe we could make it like an attraction.
Can't
I'd
be
have to
any
talk
worse.
to Montgomery about that, but
Can't be any worse than that time that my older brothers had to go deal with an entire basement full of tiny gelatinous cubes.
oh yeah, I'm sure there's nothing like that in there. It's a dragon stomach. What else? What could be in there?
Certain death. Let's go.
So he will lead you out of the university, across the street and down to the mountains and into a cave, and there is a friggin' giant dinosaur.
There's a dinosaur you gotta fight first.
Get past the dinosaur to get to the dragon.
Like I was here
So many
first.
exotic species. Wow.
Specimens
Yeah,
are great.
Don't talk about the dinosaurs. They don't know that I brought those back yet. That's a whole thing. That was also not approved by the IRB. It's fine. It's fine. So this is Montgomery, and you see this dragon. His eyes are like drooped, but he sort of lifts his head, and it thumps back down. Right. So if you want to do the drink knees, and it'll shrink you down to about yay big, and then I'll tickle him under his chin, and that should make his mouth open, and he can run in.
Okay.
Okay. So you all uncork your bottles, and it's a moment before anything happens. And then everything tingles, and then everything hurts. And you shrink to about yeah big. Right, okay. Come on up to his lips and tickle, 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 tickle. And Montgomery opens his mouth. And I need everyone to roll me athletics to see
Ooh.
if you are able to negotiate your way around the teeth and tongue of this dragon to get to his throat.
Unfortunately, it looks like my D&D Beyond is plugin's not connected, but I did just roll a nat 20 with a +0 to athletics. So we're starting off the night right. I do see a nat 0
Alright.
though, which is
Let's see how we do with these 24mm pythons, brother.
Okay. All right. And how did Cortana do?
I got a 7.
Right. So the good news is that Dawn and Brother are able to just dash in, no problem. Madeline does a little bit of a trip and tumble and fall, and you're gonna actually take 1 damage as you land on the pointy end of a tooth.
This uvula was so scary in the back. I wasn't paying attention.
It was
you know, she's
big
like,
and dangly in
"Oh."
the back.
It was
and
dangly.
It was a
and-
lot. But as he is dashing past with that 20, Dawn is able to grab you around the waist and drag you down towards the throat. Cortana, you make it, but you stumble. And yeah, you land sort of in like the back corner of his mouth, and you find yourself covered in saliva because you landed in a little drool pocket back there. So I need you to just make a note that you have 1 point of goldenness. All right. The 4 of you are poised at the entrance to his esophagus, to his uvula. And I should be getting you all to move to the next map. Did that work?
Look at
Mm.
that. That worked, and it's
That
working on the
worked.
overlay. What is
Look
going
at
on?
that.
Other than me going live on the wrong
Technology.
channel, we've had no tech issues yet.
Oh, don't say that.
I know. As soon as I said it, I realized that was a bad mistake.
There wasn't
Oh,
a tech issue.
right.
That was a skill issue anyway.
That's very true. So we technically haven't had any tech issues.
Yeah.
As you are
Oh no,
standing,
the stream's gone off.
oh no. As you're standing there, there's just a lot going on at the back of his throat. And Montgomery lifts his head up and tilts his head back. I would like you all to make dex saving rolls, please.
My pleasure.
Hey, Danny, did you mention to the person that fell in the saliva pool? Did you say something
Yes.
about a goldness
point of
point?
gold.
1 point
Goodness.
of gold. Yes.
1
1
point of
gold.
goldenness.
Okay, so that's a thing we need to be careful about. And you said this was a
dexterity save,
dexterity
please.
save. I got a 9. I wish my D&D Beyond was working so that my rolls were showing up in Roll20.
Yeah, if you just want to type the number in Roll20,
Okay.
that is an option too, so I can see it.
9. Don't say no.
All right. Okay. Well, after that initial stumble, it turns out that Cortana, you've got your feet under you.
I'm much more dexterous than I am strong, weirdly enough. It's an elf thing.
And while you do begin sliding down this throat, you are able to like dig your heels in enough that you go down slowly. The rest of you, unfortunately, don't go quite so slowly and find yourselves quickly, well, at the bottom of the throat. It is a quick run down to the bottom. And all three of you take, here's that. Only 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Unacceptable, Danny.
Everybody okay down there?
Oh, yeah, fine. Yeah, flawless elbow drop. Yeah.
Okay, because it kind of looked like you all just tripped.
No, that was precision combat dropping.
I did indeed
wow.
trip. I did indeed trip. My knee smarts a little bit, but I'll be
Shut
okay, I
up.
think.
What I did was trip on a tooth. This was fall. That's different.
Nope. Disagree. That was precision combat dropping.
Okay. Well, next time I'll yell parkour so you know that I'm parkouring through here.
Oh, okay. Gonna
All right.
slowly make my way down to join them.
You are at the base of the esophagus, and you can still feel Montgomery moving around. You do feel when he gives up and lays his head down, because the esophagus goes from being like this to being more like this, which makes it really easy for Cortana to walk the rest of the way down, and the rest of you sort of end up in a bit of a tumbled group at the bottom, but you're all there. And the sphincter to the stomach is closed. Anyone got any plans to get through?
My brother kicks it.
All right, make me an attack roll.
Avec pleasure.
I think Don would be like rifling through a big bag he had on his back, like trying to
That's
find
25,
something. As soon as
25.
Yep.
brother runs up and just kicks it while I'm like looking for something.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
I shall. Ten.
All right, the sphincter begins to open, and there is room for you all to rush through to the next room.
Devastating big boot to the sphincter. Yeah.
I feel like we're going to be
It's-
using the word sphincter a lot tonight, and I don't know how I feel about that.
I feel pretty terrible.
Yep. All right, so you find yourselves in this new space, and it smells terrible. It's really not pleasant. But right here, it doesn't seem too gooey and juicy, but it is dark. Brother, did you say you had some way of seeing, of light, perhaps?
Yeah. So brother casts light on his belt.
All right. Love that. So as long as everyone sticks within the radius, we're not going to worry about darkness, which makes my life easier. All right, you are at the entrance to another portion of the digestive tract. And I would like someone to roll me a nature check.
I don't think
Yeah.
that would. I don't think that would be Don.
Anyone who would like to can roll a nature check. Okay.
What do I know about dragons?
All right. Well, Cortana and Madeline, you both know that this is probably the stomach. You haven't necessarily studied a whole lot of the internal anatomy of dragons, but you're pretty sure that after the esophagus comes the stomach. That's what it does in most creatures. So you're pretty sure you're in the stomach. What do you want to do?
Well, I think we're getting closer.
Open up a little bit more that you can see here.
Should probably just proceed carefully. We wouldn't want to accidentally trigger like an acid reflux response and get caught in just a horrible wave of bile or anything like that.
Was the book magical or anything?
Didn't think to ask. That probably would have been a good question.
Didn't really seem
Yeah.
like it. They did. It sounded like just a regular, college space notebook. If I were to guess.
In retrospect, knowing whether or not we could have just cast detect magic to find this thing would have been good to know, but never mind.
I mean, if I take a brief nap, I might be able to locate object, but I don't really think we have time for that right now.
Oh no.
The professor did say it was leather bound, and generally leather takes longer in like a standardized digestive system. So that should be providing it at least some protection, which buys us a little time. But I think we might have to just old-fashioned perception this.
Cool. Well, in that case, I'm gonna jump down here.
And brother takes a step forward, I guess. Let me select my token. Why can I not to select?
Oh no, our first tech issue has
No.
arrived.
Did I give you the wrong one to control?
I can move my guy. I
No.
can move
I got it
Don.
now. No, it's all right. So yeah, brother, will just take it steady, just
There
go
we
around the
go.
corner a bit and bring the light forward.
All right. So we'll give you a little bit more that you can see here.
Hey y'all, just in case you were wondering, I also have a source of light. It does involve a flame though, so you all let me know if you think that is worth the risk or not. I don't know exactly the innards of this dragon and how that's gonna impact it.
Right. Okay. Well, you can see that there are, it's looking like some pools of probably, well, with that nature check that you had done, brother, there's something gooey and green. Madeline and Cortana, you are pretty sure that the pools of stuff are going to be stomach acid.
Looks like this dragon's been eating a lot of lime jello, yeah.
Oh no, this is like the dungeon with the gelatinous cubes, but worse.
All right.
Well, shall we? I guess don't step in the jello.
Yeah, it's not good, Cello. Madeline, do you know anything about good ways to protect or avoid this sort of thing? I know you're more astronomy than biologic
know.
sciences, but
You know, no.
I think I've got something that's going to handle this really well, and you'll see Don start fiddling with his belt, and it's got a big buckle on the front of it. It's kind of like the SpongeBob belt with the set it to Wombo. He's like, hold on, I've got just the setting for this, and he's spinning the dial a little bit, and then it'll land on acid pointed at the top. And this is going to be his. It's an artificer tool called. Geez, what is that called? It's like resistance armor of resistance, something like that.
Okay.
Where you can kind of pick what you want to be resistance to from a different suite of damage types. And I'm going to be setting it to acid, just to be safe. Now, I do only have one of these right now. It is a prototype, so unfortunately, I don't have enough for all of us. But if we need to try anything with the acid, I think I would be a good test dummy to, test it out, make sure that it's not too painful.
All
Sounds
right.
good, brother. Yeah.
Let me just scooch on by you, brother.
Hey. There we go. Yep, you definitely see the goo, and as you look a little further, there's more. And you can go ahead and give me an investigation check, please.
Now, investigation, Don is pretty good at. He's got a +4.
Okay, good.
He rolled a 3. 3 + 4.
All right. So with that 7, you see a chunk of weird green stuff. It looks maybe like a tree. You're not sure. But it's the stomach, so maybe the dragon ate a tree. You're not sure what dragons eat now that they poop out gold. So
it's
Think this
very
dragon-
unnerving gut flora.
Think this dragon
Broccoli.
ate a big tree or a large stalk of broccoli. One of the two. It's up ahead. Just don't touch it.
Maybe he thought it was a toothpick. Really big.
All right, now that we're getting up here a little bit, I'm actually not very excited to lead the way, brother. Maybe if we do need to touch any acid, I will be the first to volunteer. I promise you. But brother, I think you with the light may need to be leading the way here.
Yeah,
I
makes
can lead the
sense,
way,
brother.
too.
Yeah.
how far does that light stretch?
That's a really good question. Let me find out for you.
Is that the 30-60?
20-foot radius, and then dim light for an additional 20 feet thereafter.
2020, 2040.
I can teleport across. It's only good for me, but I can scout ahead if needed.
All right.
I can also send lights about 120 feet away from me if we
Okay.
need.
Sounds like
Well-
we've got a lot of options for light.
Good. You've got lots of light options. Right now I'm going to give about 40 feet away from brother so you can see what's vaguely ahead. And you do notice that there seems to be a lot more acid as you get further in.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Looks
does
like-
it look like we can just cross this easily? Let me
I don't know.
see.
I think I could probably throw you.
We can save that for an option. Let me just real quick rummage through my bag. Here we go. I got just the thing. Here we go.
Go, gadget acid skis.
Don's gonna be rifling through the bag and pull out what looks like those like kangaroo stilts, whatever they're called. You stand
yeah.
on them and it makes you taller and it's kind of springy. The kind of like pogo
Okay.
sticks on your feet. I I call these the Jumpers 5000. Still workshopping the name, so don't you know, TM it or anything. But let me just brother, actually, if you want to be the test subject. I don't want to test all the gadgets tonight. You know what I mean? I want to try it on a couple different body types. You know, you're a little bit larger. We'll see if they got a weight limit, capacity, or anything like that. What do you think?
Sure.
So this is pretty much casting jump on you.
Okay.
Okay.
Which will triple your jump distance
Okay.
for
how
1 minute.
How does jump work again? I can't remember that.
Oh, jump. Yeah. How does the baseline jump? I don't know. Something about
I-
strength modifier.
I'm gonna make you just roll acrobatics to make sure you don't fall off of these things.
Okay.
They are prototypes.
So go ahead and roll acrobatics, and we'll see.
13.
You manage. You think you might have tried something like this, maybe a pogo stick when you were a kid,
Whoa.
but I will let you jump to anywhere within your range.
I am looking up jump speed or jump
Yeah,
distance real quick.
Oh, there
Just
we
dropped
go.
I just dropped the 5e jump calculator into the Discord. It allows you to input your stats and exports all of the information about how you can jump in what fashion.
What is my
And then
sense?
triple that, Gerundu.
And then triple it, yes. I am.
And even though
Right.
you're shrunk down to about yay big, we're using all of these squares as 5-foot squares relative to your current size.
So I've got a 42-foot jump at the moment. A long
All
jump.
right.
So stupid. That's so far.
Yes, it is.
So where are you going to jump to?
That's a really good question. I guess 40 feet away that isn't in acid.
Let's see.
Right. So these are 5-foot squares, aren't they? So
Let me
if I
give
move
you.
down-
There we go.
Are you guys able to see my measuring tool when I do
Yep.
that? Okay. I
Yeah.
thought so.
Okay. So I could just literally jump to there.
Yes. And now that you're there, let's give you another 40 feet of visual range.
God.
Ay, ay,
Did-
ay.
Did this thing eat a boat?
Yes, the dragon ate a boat. Or the dinosaur. Yeah, the dragon.
No.
I don't want to
dragon
know what the
saw.
dinosaur ate if
Yeah.
the dragon is out here eating entire ecosystems.
I can't wait for meme of the month in June when we investigate the dinosaurs' bowels.
Excuse you, Pridosaurs. It's June.
Yeah, that's true.
That will be a Thirsty Sword Lesbians investigation into dinosaurs and gay.
Well, what now?
Oh, well, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Alrighty. I shall.
I forgot I needed some
These
ambience
rolls are
going on.
terrible tonight. What
Okay,
do I perceive for a 7?
with the 7, there's a bunch of gold hanging around. And a lot of stuff seems to have just sort of a gold sheen on it.
Lot
You're
of
very
gold.
distracted by the gold.
Mm. I could make this into so many belts. Yeah. Well, how are you guys gonna get over here?
I only had the one, copy of the boot. So unless you're gonna throw them back over here, maybe we'll need to come up with a different idea to cross over.
Is there anything over there, brother? Is there anything over there that is not actually part of the dragon but seems pretty stable? Like whatever you're standing on, does that seem pretty like, like if I were to shoot an arrow with a rope tied to it so that we had a way to sort of shimmy across, does that seem viable?
What do I see? Is there anything?
Well, the
other
thing that
than
you're standing
gold?
on feels pretty solid, but there's a good chance that it's actually part of the dragon. But it
Hmm.
feels solid.
What about the boat? What if we shot the boat and then shimmied across on top of the boat? Or is
The
the
entire
boat like
point
submerged?
of boats is that they move. What if it just floats away or we pull it toward us?
Or
like that
if
one's
it
been
just sinks down
capsized.
into the acid. Sorry, sometimes Don doesn't think. What if we just shoot at you, brother, and you just catch it and you hold it real tight? You're bigger and stronger than all of us. Surely you can carry our weight.
What if we just see how much damage we take and then I can heal us?
I can be the one that tests that out with my handy dandy resistance belt.
You might
This-
die, but we knew that going in here, so
This boat is it capsized?
It
looks
is
like- yeah.
Upside down, yes. It is
Yeah.
in rough shape. It is being eaten away by the stomach acid.
how
This
rough
one-
is a tree?
Is that a tree? What is that? Is that a tree?
It is. It looks like it was something that it ate. Probably a tree.
Is it a plant? Can I talk to it? Because
It is
I can
not alive. It is. It is.
Okay, so we need a combo wombo. We need to cast Speak with Dead, and then we need to cast Speak with Trees.
or
brothers-
broccoli. I'll talk to broccoli too. Veggie tails it up in this dragon. Let's
Oh
go.
my god, we're all gonna die.
So the boat, because it's on the surface, you're pretty sure that would move.
Yeah.
But I will give you that weird piece of, I don't know, a building, perhaps. It seems like it is pretty solidly in position. You could land on that. Any of those things that look like rock, those are upward projections of the stomach that are currently above the acid.
Brother's got a spear and some rope in his kit. Ties the rope off to the spear and throw that at the boat, and then try and drag that next to the island he's on. So
Okay.
you can.
If I drag the boat over to here, you could shoot the arrow with the rope on to that instead of to me. That'd probably take, right?
I mean, as long as you can hold the boat stable, that works. I can also just fire at what you're standing on, and then we wait a minute to make sure that we didn't disrupt the digestive process.
I think. Well, yeah, I guess, but this is. I think I'm standing on like guts. Gold on top of guts.
I mean, I don't know about everybody. Like, I can also like do a certain amount of teleportation. I'm just being stingy, and I can only take me. So I'm looking for options that might get more people across.
I'm good. I can take me by myself as well. So if you got you and I got me.
Are you good,
Okay.
Dawn?
I'm just looking through my pack here, seeing what I'm missing. Also, I do want to introduce. I am so sorry. I did forget to introduce you all to Clancy. That is the bipedal robot fella following me around. I'm a I'm battlesmith, so I've got like a robot companion that can either be bipedal or like quadrupedal. I went
I
for
thought that was just something the dragon ate.
N-
Hi,
no.
Clancy.
it will give a very very jittery wave at you. This one's not for sale. This is I wouldn't even say a prototype. It's like a prototype of a prototype. So please don't make prolonged eye contact with Clancy. He tends to short out a lot. And anyway, I just wanted to. I realized I didn't never introduce you guys. So but you all continue on. I'll keep looking.
You want me to throw
Well-
your jumpy Springer 5000s at you?
And you might want to double check what your jump distances are,
That's
because that is an option too.
That's what I was about to. I was about to punch in my jumping stats and see if I could make it as far as Brother did. If Brother throws me back my my jumpy feet.
And,
I'll
and keep
use-
in mind there are other things that you could land on in this acid.
That is true. That is
Like,
true. I
you
could.
don't
I
want to
could.
land in the green of the acid, but there are other piles of stuff.
Yeah. Yes, Brother. Why don't you go ahead and throw me back my jumpers 5000, and I'll just go ahead and skedaddle on over to you.
All right. Heads
Well,
up.
that's going to be an athletics to see if he throws. them
Please
to
don't
you.
fall in the acid. Drundu, I need you.
I seem to be incapable of rolling anything other than 7.
You have a +2 to athletics. Why is it so low?
Because I'm a monk, so it's based
Oh,
on
okay.
dex, not strength, right?
Gotcha.
The boots splash into the acid just in front of you. If you would like to make a dexterity check,
I do
you
have
can
my
try to get them before they sink.
Okay, I've got my belt set to the acid too, so like if I roll bad, maybe that will help me not fuck up too bad. Dex saving throw, you said?
Yes.
That is a 17 total, 15 plus 2.
All right, you are able to catch them before they go too far in. What does your resistance mean? Is that half damage?
Half damage
Of
to
acid?
acid, only acid.
Okay, so you get 3 points of acid damage,
Gotcha.
and you get 1 point of golden.
I need to figure out where I'm even tracking that stat. Give me one, give me one set. I need to pull up like a notepad or something. But okay.
I just put it in the notes section of D&D Beyond.
Yeah. Good idea. Okay.
But you do have your boots.
Okay. I'm going to slap those on. If you guys want to head over first while I do my jumping calculations and things, so that I'm not taking up too much time.
Before you do that,
Oh,
everyone
God.
that's not brother can also make a perception check.
Nine plus 4, 13.
Okay. Okay.
Gerundu's only rolling 7, and I'm getting a lot of 19 on the die rolls.
Yep. So Dawn, you notice that there is something kind of book-shaped just beside brother. And Madeline, you see it too. Cortana, you can read that it says
That's good.
Drake's
No,
Notes
that's just the
about
end of the
dragons.
sentence. I can
Like,
read.
you can read the title written on the front. It's scrawled Drake's Notes about dragons.
Hey, brother, could you grab that book that's right next to you? That's literally right next to you that looks like it could be the object we're looking for?
I don't see no book, sister.
Look down and over to your sort of your left. Brother!
Hmm.
Down to the left. Book-shaped object.
Brother takes a step back into the left, and then claps his hands, and then flexes again, and then finally sees the book.
Oh, yeah. Got it. Now it's just a case of fleeing through the butthole or back up again. Yeah.
Making that decision about which way to go.
Yeah.
The muscles of the stomach start to quiver a little.
Oh.
And based on our earlier checks, Cortana and Madeline, you're vaguely familiar with the concept of peristalsis.
Oh,
Are we in real life familiar with the concept of peristalsis?
yes.
That is the rhythmic movement of a contraction of the muscles that surround the digestive tract that run from your esophagus all the way down. And it's a little ripple of muscle that happens. And you're pretty sure that something's about to happen in the stomach that's going to force you to go forward, whether you want to or not. So I'd like everyone to roll initiative, please.
Oh,
No.
shit. Initiative.
Initiative.
I don't want to roll for a violent bowel evacuation.
Can someone point me to where initiative is on D&D Beyond? I'm not seeing it.
No,
Oh, I see it. I
it's
see it.
underneath
Plus
your
2.
proficiency
Plus 2.
bonus.
18 plus 2 at dirty 20.
Okay. Let's see if I can make turn order happen here.
Now this is where the real roll 20 skills come into play. When you have to make an initiative order.
Yeah.
Also, does anybody know how far you have to run to get a running start, a running jump? I mean, in D&D,
10 foot.
10 foot. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I can, if I don't get a running jump, I only get 15 foot.
You've got enough space behind you.
That's what I was thinking too, which means I could actually make it to you if I can get a running jump.
Yeah, it's 10 feet because I just looked it up because I was looking at going to where you are, hopping to the side and like leapfrogging my way over to where brother is.
Okay.
Because that I don't have a good strength score, but that should still be within the realm of possibility as long as I can get that diagonal running start off the little
Yeah.
side island.
I'm
With
sorry,
mine, with my
what was-
boots, I'll be able to make it.
Don, what was your initiative?
A dirty 20.
Okay.
Big tree, capsized boat. Brother flexes, Johnny floats.
All right. So
Tree
Don,
tree
you're up
starts
first.
to farm it.
Okay. I don't even know what I'm initiating against.
Something's going to happen. So you need to decide what you're going to do. Do you want to spend your turn trying to figure out something, or are you going to move?
I'm gonna so I've kind of worked out. I think I've got the jump. Like Don does. Like Don's like looking at the distance and looking at how far brother jumped, and I think I can make it. So I'm gonna try to get a running jump.
Okay.
And jump over. Hey, brother, can you just scoot back just a hair? I'm probably gonna need every inch of that corner you're in.
Sure you don't want me to catch you, brother?
Better idea, stay where you are and catch me, please.
Okay.
All right. I will let you roll athletics, acrobatics with advantage because you're being caught.
Okay. First roll. Okay. I need to get these rolls going to roll 20 because that was a 22, a nat 20 plus a 2 for that one.
Okay. You are able to jump.
Next one was
No
a 16
problem.
plus 2, so an 18.
Yeah, either way, you're able to jump across, no problem, and land in brother's arms.
I'm
Nestled
under
like a baby.
just on roll 20. I am under brother right now.
Yeah. Yeah, brother.
Anything else for you?
No, I think I'm just happy to have solid land under my feet again.
All right, Cortana, you're up.
Really hoping I wouldn't have to burn one of these this early, but I'm not seeing a better option. So, Cortana is also wearing a belt, but it's way less noticeable than what the boys have. It's just like a normal ass, like little black belt on her, kind of, she's kind of got the like adventurers, like assassin blacks vibe kind of happening. But she will unsheath her sword. And she just does this very graceful little kind of like almost ballet maneuver to activate her blade song.
Ooh, okay.
Because that's going to give me an extra 10 feet of movement that I feel like might be incredibly important right now.
Yeah.
And what I would like to... My intention here is that I want to... Oh, fuck, I'm so far back still. This may not work in a single turn then. Shoot. I forgot I was so far back, and that doesn't... I definitely need that extra 10 feet. So, 5... I think I'm gonna grab the correct tool. I'm gonna running start to here, kind of jumping...
Okay.
Taking the diagonal to kind of avoid this acid, and then I'm gonna running start or like partial start to get over here.
All right. And go ahead and
I'm gonna actually end up there.
roll an acrobatics just to make sure you make it.
I have advantage on acrobatics while I'm in Blade Song.
Nice.
That is a 16 on my acrobatics.
All right. Yep, you're able to make it over there.
Cool. I'm gonna position myself in that corner. I don't... double checking my jump rules again. cannot jump further than your remaining movement. Great. Okay. I don't have enough movement left to run 10 feet and jump 10 feet, so I am going to stand here and be prepped to basically jump to where brother currently is
Okay.
on my next turn.
All right. Madeline, you're up.
Yeah. So seeing everyone going around, where are we? I think she's going to Firebolt. No, I think she's going to Would it be out of line to detect magic in this area? Like, does she know, like, is it just like bile pretty much, or would there be any reason for her to want to detect magic, do you think?
I don't know that there's any reason for her to want to detect magic. You,
Okay,
you
so
can, but I don't think there's a reason.
Okay. With aid, can I proactively do that? Because it says 3 creatures though. I don't know if these people with me are creatures.
By the technical terminology of D&D, yes, that is what it is referring to.
Creatures. They're all creatures.
Okay. So I will pick the 3 others, and each target hit point maximum and current hit points increases by 5 for the duration, which is
Nice.
up anyone within 30 feet. So
Okay.
I think she would move herself within the space allotted
Okay.
so that she could do so.
All right. And so where are you heading to?
Let me double check. Move my sail. It says it's loading.
Excuse me.
Right here.
Okay.
Unless I can move right here, would that be close enough? 10, 15,
I think
20.
so. 5, 10. Yeah, we'll call that 30 feet.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's where she'll go.
All
And
right.
then you all can add 5. And that'll be the end of her turn.
Brother.
Yes. All right. What's this blue bit
That's the
immediately
book.
behind me?
That's
the
what I
book.
thought.
That's the
I
book.
thought it was that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's jumping distance.
That's a big book, by the way. Surely that's not the scale.
Yeah,
Well,
strap-
it's bigger
strap
than
them
you
up.
are because it didn't get shrunk down.
yes, it is that big, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's going to be a little awkward to carry.
It's like a pocket moleskin, but relative to us, it's gigantic.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. Having to carry this big ass book. Oh my god.
Well, I've got 14 feet of jump distance without the boots, so I guess I'll try and leapfrog to the boat, and then on the next round, I've got enough.
Yeah, it sucks that we in canon took them off you and put them on me, because now that was 2 spell slots I've burned. But now you don't
So-
have that jump anymore.
Those little green things that are sticking up, you could step onto those as well.
Okay, so I wouldn't need to jump in order to get onto those.
Right.
I was just, okay.
I will make you do an athletics or acrobatics, whichever you prefer.
Okay,
I feel like acrobatics is probably the better
acrobatics,
one
Please, yeah.
to
Okay.
make sure you don't fall off getting
So-
onto them because those are not even and flat.
No, sure. But what I would like to do is, I guess, take a hop and a step, and then jump onto there from those.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your acrobatics to make sure that you don't take a tumble.
I shall. Please, something bigger than a 7.
Oh my god, there it is.
Yay.
Yes, you are able to do it, no problem. Do you have the book with you?
Yes.
I would like you to roll once more because that's going to put you at disadvantage unless you guys figure out what you're going to do with the book to make it smaller.
Why you gotta be like that?
Because it's a big ass book.
No,
Oh,
it's
you're still fine. You're fine.
It's a little book. I'm just an even littler Goliath. But yeah, I'm fine anyway.
It's all good, brothers and sisters. Yeah, oh yeah.
Did you? So you jumped over with the book?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got the book.
How heavy do we think it is?
Oh,
Well, I mean,
it,
it was-
it doesn't. It literally does not matter, Danny. I don't have like a spell that's gonna change anything. I was just curious myself, like how much weight we think that book's gonna be.
so in real life, it's less than an ounce. In relative
Right.
to your small size, I don't know, probably 20 pounds.
Okay.
Sound reasonable for a
It's like it's like
It'd be pretty
trying to
unwieldy as
to carry
well.
like a table or something. Yeah.
I guess
yes,
it's not so
like
much-
trying to carry like a coffee table.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not the weight itself. It's more the fact that
Yeah,
it's like
bro-
7 feet long.
Brother can carry it over his shoulder, but he's gonna be fucking carrying a big coffee table.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like carrying a coffee table around.
Yeah, mattress.
I will pull out from my side. I do. I mean, I've got the, and it looks like a ray gun kind of thing. I can reduce it, and I can make that book smaller, and it would actually probably. Let me crunch the numbers real quick. It would become about the size relative to us of a regular book. However, it is only a 1 minute cast. It only lasts 1 minute. That's all I can do so far. I don't know how helpful that is, but if we ever get to the point where we need it shrunk down for 1 minute, I can handle that.
I think
Volcano
we can
Industries.
save that, and for now we need to get the frick out of here because that muscle rippling means that something bad's gonna happen very quickly, and we should not be in a room full of acid. Thanks.
And you do see, well, rather, you don't see the beginning of the passage now as those walls of the stomach are coming together and pushing closed.
Head to the butt.
Dawn, you're up.
I've got my jumpy feet. I'm gonna, and I've already mathed this out. So I do need to get a running jump right here. Brother, I'm sorry. I do need you to scoot down a little bit, just if you can, or catch me again. One of the two. But you got the
He's
book.
holding the book.
Yeah, you got the book.
I will take a step
Well,
back.
hold up. Let me see. Is he able
We'll
to?
pretend
I
that's
guess it doesn't. I guess they're both 25 feet. I could just jump to
Yeah.
the other square. Okay, I want to. I'm gonna get a running jump with my little kangaroo feet and
Okay.
jump over.
And again, an acrobatics just to make sure.
Yep. It should show up in roll 20 now. Look at
Yep.
dude. I've rolled so
Wee.
many
You're rolling
nat
well
20s
tonight.
tonight.
Okay. Anything else for you, Dawn?
Nope. I believe that's it.
All right, Cortana.
From where I am, I'm gonna take a 10-foot running start diagonally and jump for the island that the lads just vacated.
All right.
Rolled a 15 on my acrobat. Oh, I didn't roll my advantage to see if I get better. I rolled a 15 on my acrobatics.
All right, you can make it to that little island of stomach, no problem.
Great. And I think I have to double check which things I still have. Yeah, speed seems to be of the essence. So I think then from here, so that's 10, 20. Sorry, let me just double check measurements. Yeah, that's too far. So from here, then I am going to run my hand across my blade and activate my Shidarkai blessing to teleport 30 feet.
Okay.
Which will get me, if I can grab the right tool, which will get me over to where these guys are.
Okay. Beautiful. Madeline.
So she's going to make her way towards them. I think looking for the one that will get me the furthest.
Danny, did you make these maps?
I did. I designed them in Dungeon Alchemist this afternoon.
It's pretty crazy.
They are fun. And I learned some things as we get into some of the future ones that make them look more stomachy and digestive tracty. But
I'm going to do. I can only do Misty Step once, right?
In a
I
turn, yes.
Yeah, I
In a
think so,
turn.
because it's a
Okay.
spell, yeah.
So I'm gonna do Feathered Reach. I'm just
Okay.
gonna fly over.
all right.
Sounds like a solid use of a spell slot, right?
Yeah.
It's flying in a stomach.
And is there up to double your movement speed? Okay. So you're just going to go land on the same platform that the rest of them are on?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Now, if I could bottle that up and put that in an invention, that would sell like hotcakes.
Well, maybe we can talk about it after we get this book.
All right. Brother, your turn.
I don't know where we go from
Um,
here.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna try. What's the? Let me check my distance. All right. So from this corner. Okay, so that's like 15 feet. Gonna take. Is that another sphincter in
It
the?
is.
In the southeast corner of the stomach.
It is.
Okay.
I will let you roll me perception since you're looking at it.
Okay.
Staring deep into the sphincter, brother. Yeah.
I knew it was going to be a sphincter heavy episode.
Okay.
16 sphincter points, sister. Yeah.
You're noticing that as the stomach ripples started, the sphincter is starting to open a little bit on its own.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna aim for the crevice, take a running jump, and try and do a.
A double-footed drop kick straight into
Oh
the sphincter.
my
Yeah. Oh,
God.
yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me your acrobatics.
Check this out. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah.
That's even with a +6. That's just an 8.
All right. You land fully in the acid.
Oh,
And that is going to be 4 points of acid damage
Okay.
and 1 point of
Point
gold.
of gold. Yeah.
And yeah, you're hanging out in the stomach acid. Right by the sphincter.
this sucks, brother.
Yeah, it does.
I think it's technically more of a vacuum sort of situation than actual suction, but it depends on your physics perspective.
I got bile in my mouth.
Stop talking then!
You see more of the stomach compressing. Dawn, you're up.
I've still got my jumpy feet, so I mean,
You do?
I've also got my belt set to acid, so I guess this is gonna be a good time to test out both some more. I'm gonna try to do a jump.
Okay.
If I can, I don't know, like angles and stuff. I'm not sure if I can like see through the entryway. If so, I would like to try to jump like all the way through it. If not, I'll just try to jump like as close to brother as I can, and then like go through the entryway with the rest of my movement.
Because the stomach had another turn, the sphincter is open enough that you could slip through.
Ugh. Okay, I will do that. Do I need to roll? Am I rolling?
You're going to roll an acrobatics
Acrobatics.
to see if you were able to thread that needle, because it is.
I don't know if I rolled below
Okay.
a 19 tonight. I did not hack D&D Beyond and or roll 20. I promise. I don't know what's going on.
So because you made your check, I'm only going to roll a d4 for your acid damage.
And I'll just
That is 2 points of acid
so I'll
and
take-
1 point of gold.
I'll take 1 from my belt. Thanks my
Okay.
belt. Hey, you know what? I think this one's gonna be a hot seller right here. I still do need a good name for it. So if anyone's got any ideas, and I'll kind of like jiggle it so people can see what I'm talking about. And I'll walk through the sphincter.
All right. And we will pick up with you in just a moment. Cortana.
My Shdarkai blessing gives me resistance to damage, but I have to see when it ends.
Oh,
If it ends at the beginning or the end of until the start of my next turn. Bummer.
oh.
That's okay. I didn't have any movement left to be worth using it until now anyway. That's fine. You know what? We're gonna raw dog it, and I'm just gonna run. I got 40 feet of movement. It's only gonna take me 20 to get to the sphincter, and then I've got 20 on the other side if I need to keep running. So I'm gonna go ahead and just
Okay.
get myself over here.
Yep, that is going to be 5 points of acid damage for you. And
I've
1
had
more point
worse.
of gold.
Oh, gold. I forgot to note that.
And Madeline.
Yeah. So I'm guessing swimming's not preferred here, so won't be
I mean-
doing that.
You're probably going to be getting in the acid regardless, unless you're flying.
You do have that for 1 minute. I read in your thing. It says you can fly for up to a minute.
Yeah. So do I still have flying available?
Yeah, if you can do it.
It's
for up
only
to a
been 1
minute.
round, so that's 6 seconds.
Yeah, you
Okay,
are.
so she'll just
still
fly
fine.
over
more
again.
All right, yeah, you're
Yeah.
fine. You get through that sphincter.
Brother plaintively holds a hand up through the acid. as she flies ahead.
All right, brother, it is your turn. I mean, you can just walk through.
Yeah, brother dejectedly clambers
Oh.
on his hands and knees and gets up through.
But that is another 5 points of acid damage and 1 more point of gold.
I'm going to use stone's endurance to reduce the amount of damage I take by a d12 plus 1. So,
All right.
don't have d12. Where is it?
Danny, I've got 2 gold now. I didn't know if there's gonna be a certain point where you need to like know how much gold we've
Plus
got.
1, 4, so
Let me know every time you hit a multiple of 5.
Okay.
it was 4. Was it 4 damage I was going to take?
It was 5.
5, so I only take 1 damage. Just sizzle, and that's all of my temp HP gone. So it just sizzles off my marble skin.
All right. But you are all through and out of the stomach.
Ooh, this one looks gross.
As opposed to the previous ones?
They all look gross, to be honest.
And yet we're here together.
Now, if I know my biology, we should be in the eyes.
I don't think that's correct, brother.
the
Madeline
eye of
or
the storm.
Cortana, surely one of you two know where we are at the moment. I'm more of an engineer myself, so I don't really get into the anatomy.
I don't usually see guts from the inside, brother.
I'm pretty good with healing and the body as a whole, but it's more of like a external kind of thing, you know, more of a
And probably
Normally when I'm-
humanoid.
When I'm disemboweling my enemies, the thing that comes in out after the stomach is usually the intestines. Or if you're going the other direction, then it's the intestines and then the stomach. Because a lot of times you're going from the bottom up when you kind of like reach up in and rip everything out. Just
Well,
me?
they say the best way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
No, it's between the 3rd and 4th ribs. Much more direct.
Okay, so we have done throat, we have done after throat, and now we are after throat. So where are we in right now in retrospect to like the entire body? Does anybody know?
after sphincter.
There's been 2 sphincters so far, so
After sphincter.
We're in
After-
the We're at
Its
least in the
sphincter's all
lower
the way
torso.
down.
We're closer to the butthole, if that's what anyone's
Okay.
waiting for someone
Yeah.
to say.
Rusty
the
Sheriff
exit.
badge.
That's gonna be the final sphincter boss, the butthole. That's the most powerful sphincter in the human body, and that's what I know about anatomy so far.
It's gonna be a battle for the butthole.
I won't fight anyone for it. You,
I'll let you have it.
you.
I'm the
Alrighty.
king of the ring.
So as you are standing in this area that Cortana has correctly identified as the small intestine, you're noticing stuff. There are a lot of bones. There's some weapons. It looks like most of the soft tissue has disappeared thanks to the stomach part. But there's still a lot to be processed. Everything in here is kind of gooey and red. It's not like an acid bath like the stomach was, but you're definitely standing in something kind of squishy. The bones around you are in various states of disintegration, and they all seem to have sort of a golden sheen over them, and there are lots of just chunks of gold everywhere. Just little bits.
I think we're getting closer and further the longer we're in here.
Yeah. Well, I don't really want to hang around too much
Yeah,
longer.
same. I think we should keep moving as much as we can so we don't get stuck anywhere.
Uh-huh.
Brother, you want to lead the way?
Sure.
If you ever get scared, I'd be happy to lead the way with you.
Please. It's pretty spooky in here, yeah.
Stay
You
for
two
people
is-
alone.
You two could lead the way together, and then me and Cortana can, shore up the rear. Pun fully intended.
I was way more into that before we were inside a dragon, and now that fills me with dread and foreboding.
Oh, look, there's a hallway here.
Well, if everything goes to plan, we'll all be bringing up the rear.
Elementary, my dear Watson.
What? I don't get it.
What are these, little, nook-looking things, Danny? Like these,
they-
They're nuts.
I'd like someone to go ahead and roll me a nature check, please, to see what we know about dragon anatomy.
Again, Don's gonna sit this one out.
Is that
Don
nature?
knows nothing.
Yeah.
14?
Okay. We got a 14, we got an 18, we got a
Gonna
15.
dox
Okay.
these digital dice as information and sell it to Skynet.
So everyone but Dawn, who just isn't interested at all, you know that while humans have one single tube, the dragon lower intestine's a little bit weird, and it is more of a branching system. Everything does eventually get to the end, but it's got multiple paths to get there. So this is just various paths through the intestine.
Oh, it's like a choose your own death adventure. Cool. Okay.
They're all door number 2.
Does anyone happen to know,
It's so funny.
which, which tube in a dragon tends to enter the
They
butthole?
all go to the same place eventually.
Okay.
Were you not paying attention,
I'm
Dawn?
sorry, I was more just zoomed in very much on this one central canal here, and I kind of missed that they all
He
end up
wasn't
in the
paying
same place.
attention in Dragon Butt class.
So, one thing I know about the Monty Door Python is you always choose your second answer.
Yeah, and one of them always tells the truth and one of them always lies. You know, we have the book full of notes that we could check for stuff like this, right?
That is a very good point.
I mean, you guys also can read, yes?
I can't read and hold the book open.
Okay, but you can hold the book open while the
rest of us read? I'm just checking. My parents put a very strong emphasis on making sure that we could read, write, and murder. So I don't know what everybody else's upbringing was like.
1
I
second.
just picture him,
I was
brother, holding a massive book open, waiting for somebody to read this stupid thing.
Whoever's going to read the book, go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
I'm a wizard. I would love to read a book.
Please do.
You said
please do.
intelligence?
Yep.
I was unschooled, but I can try. I should not have tried.
I
This
believe
is
in
very
you.
indicative of me being unschooled.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay.
Madeline went
Well.
to school, but then also went to unschool to get rid of it all.
Madeline is very intuitive about the natural world, and we love
Yes.
that.
It was like homeschool, but we didn't check in with the state. There was no governing body in Meme Town on the outskirts, so she was just
Yeah.
barefoot and free on the beach, just there we go.
All right. So Cortana, you look through it and it looks like there's not really a standard good way to get through. Yeah, you basically just want to keep sort of going down-ish. You know that you need to go, you're over here, you need to go over here. So there are going to be a lot of different connection points. It's really whatever you want.
Then I will just turn to the rest of the group and say, all right, gang, so there's not really like one concerted way out. There's sort of just we need to keep moving. So I say we just pick a tube and shoot the hole. Not literally shoot it, like metaphorically we go through it. And you know what? And Cortana is going to pull out her spell book, which is proportionately correct to her because it was in her bag. And I'm gonna flip to the back to like some blank pages, and as we go, I'm gonna kind of like chart and start making some notes so that hopefully I can pass them along to the professor and or sell them on the black market for so much money, depending on how I'm feeling at the end of this adventure.
There we go. All right. So you have the choice of going to the right or going down.
Does anybody have any strong preferences? Honestly, I can go either way.
The direction without teeth,
That's a good way to start.
because that's where we started, and it kind of grated me a little bit. So
Roll me a perception check.
Which of these tubes has less teeth? Wait, who was rolling the perception check? Was that okay?
Madeline. Okay.
Plus
Um,
9?
Yay.
You actually see several jawbones in the path to your right. I don't know if that affects you at all, but
That
there are
does have
teeth attached
teeth,
to the
yeah.
jawbones.
It has
so-
teeth.
how big are these teeth? Like, can she take one home? Like,
I thought you were avoiding the
I mean-
teeth.
Some of them
Well, I mean-
are like proportional to the size you are now. Some of them are bigger,
okay, so
Like,
no. Okay.
the size of your arm.
Okay,
It depends on what the dragon was eating.
She'll leave them for someone else to trip on. I just didn't want anyone else to be subjected to the dangers that I was subjected to a little
there's
bit ago.
a lot of stuff around here. So
Yeah, OSHA would have a time in here.
So which path had the teeth and jawbones?
the one, if you were to continue going straight in the direction you were going, the one to the right, you notice several jaws there. There are probably jawbones all throughout this place, but you notice them.
I mean, if we're trying to avoid the teeth, I guess we could not go down that one. I don't really mind either way. I'm not allergic to teeth.
Yeah, I don't have a fixed preference. Whatever makes everybody the most comfortable. Let's just get a fucking move on.
Oh my god.
You hear the distant rumbling of the stomach and the muscles contracting.
Make
Like
something
gonna
quick, we're
get
about
flushed.
to get dumped.
All right, where are you going?
No more discussion. Brothers moving.
Yeah,
Alright.
I just started moving my character. I'm like, if the stomach started closing, I would just start going down a path.
As we start running, can I just flick out my dancing lights cantrip and just send
Yes.
my little motes. I think I get like 4 of them, and I can send them up to 120 feet away from me. I basically just want to kind of send them down ahead of us as we start running, in hopes of getting at least a faint illumination if there's anything insane that we're gonna like run headlong into.
All right, I will give you the length of the path here that you can see.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. So you can see that there is a little bit of a pathway to the right, and further down it looks like it goes to the left.
Are we just running? I think we're just running down here, right? Trying to avoid the stomach closing up.
Yeah.
Okay. Would it make things easier if we were in an initiative order, or do we want to just keep letting brother lead the way? And
I mean, I just
cool-
keep running in a straight line.
Yeah, I'm cool with just following brother until
okay,
anything pops
you're about
up.
to get to the point where you either turn left, or you either go to the right, or you go a little further down and go to the left.
I kind of like picturing, and I want to see how everybody else feels about this. Like, if we really were just running through this, whatever kind of tube this is, if we knew like it was closing behind us and we were just following brother, I kind of like the idea of just like, we just give Gerundu the reins, and literally wherever he goes, we say everybody's just following. I don't care to do that.
I'm fine with that. I will say that Cortana, just again because her whole shtick is like the high int analysis side of things, is as we pass any opening, like she'll stay with the group. She's not going to branch off unless she notices something major. But like as we like pass this opening, if we're passing it, I will like flick one of my reroute one of my lights that direction just to try to get like a quick scan. I also have dark vision, so it's just
Okay.
that little, kind of. I will slow down slightly, do a quick scan of like, is anything gonna jump out of there and kill us? /
Right.
do I see the gaping maw of the butthole? Like whatever, whatever
All
I'm
right.
looking for.
Okay. So as you get to this first little bit to the right, you don't see the gaping maw of the butthole. You do see what looks to be an egg that is very slowly turning into gold. It's a very large egg relative to your size as well.
Cool. Yeah. Nope. Gonna keep going.
Fucking get out of there.
Okay. So, okay.
Yeah, brother is not checking.
Oh
checking
my god, is
corners.
it turning back to the fucking where we came from? I'm gonna lose my shit.
And where's brother going now?
Well,
What is this right here?
that's just a wall, right?
Okay.
Okay.
That's not a sphincter, right?
It looks like a pinched together piece of material.
I don't think we want to rupture that. Probably. I don't.
Dragon have ulcers too? Is that a polyp?
Roll me a nature check.
I love that Alondra knows like a lot of actual anatomy shit. It's like
It wasn't
pulling-
even the character I built. I was like, we don't need a cleric. We've got a druid to be the healer. I'll play the cute assassin child. Nature check, that is a 15.
Might be an appendix.
Oh no! Don't touch it.
Okay,
It'll
we will-
burst.
Well, looks like
Yep.
this way's taking us back up again.
Shit, I'm.
I have a
We'll
question.
take your
though.
chances with the egg.
Are kidneys bigger than or smaller than an appendix?
Bigger.
Okay. Is there a dragon kidney black market in Meme Town by chance?
That would be so expensive. That would get us a
I'm
lot
sure
of
there
money.
is.
Just,
While it's sleeping and sedated, it's not gonna miss one.
that's what I'm saying.
I don't
know
wanna
how we're gonna
spend
get it
enough
out.
time in
Yeah,
here
yeah,
to
yeah.
do internal surgery. Personally, if you guys want to, that's totally fine. I will not be joining you. I'm sorry. I do have some ethical standards.
I'm gonna double back because I don't think we're gonna get out going back up that way.
I'm
Okay.
gonna turn on my heels, follow brother.
throw some lights up in both directions,
Both
two in each
directions.
direction.
Right. Well, I think we need to be headed southeast.
Yeah, generally trending downward. If we start feeling any angle, is probably the best move.
Maybe give the
Okay.
spider nest or whatever kind of nest this is a wide berth.
That is an egg that is being slowly turned to gold.
Okay, whatever
Yeah,
this kind of egg is, let's give it a wide berth just in
Yeah,
case.
pick around the egg,
Okay.
and then along this wall.
I don't know what it is about that egg, but it looks very like disconcerting to me. So like, I really don't want to fuck with it.
If I could ever bring myself to play a more mercenary character, I would be absolutely looting for treasure, but it's just not in me as a player to do that.
It's not in me either, but I am not above taking a kidney, so that's not the same.
No, it was a very good question. I
Oh,
support
it
you.
would make us a lot of money if we had some more time and we had. I do have my shrink ray, but that does only work for 1 minute, unfortunately.
Next time.
If there's any low-hanging organs. then-
Next
If
time
we-
we're
if we-
shrunk down into a dragon body, we're gonna steal every kidney they got.
If we find anything of value that's like when we're in sight of our exit, that's when we can fire that one off. When we are definitively like in the legitimate home stretch.
The whole stretch.
I kind of like this autopilot where it's just like Gerundu exploring and, and like I don't have to make any decisions. I just move my character wherever
Like
he
speed
goes.
running.
I'm taking the path of least resistance, brother.
I'm staying really close to brother too, as far as my legs can, keep up.
I'm probably falling a tad behind, but that's just because I keep pausing to like reroute the lights to kind of
Yeah, make sure you're
Give
like
us
in
options.
a line sight on every
Yeah.
corner and angle.
The famous dragon radiator intestinal structure.
The hell is that, Danny?
Brother,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
This looks like something.
I would like you to go ahead and roll initiative, please.
Oh fuck.
No,
Just
No.
brother.
I don't want
Well,
to do
everyone
that.
can go ahead and roll initiative.
I don't want to.
I got a 13.
We love a +0.
It did unfortunately not like actually tie to my token for you, Danny, automatically, which would have been cool.
That's okay.
It gave me a warning. It said you wanted to send this result to your turn tracker, but no valid token was selected. I might be able to fix that. I might be able to like.
You wanted to put this on your token? Well, you're too much of a loser.
So I need to go over here and roll an initiative for my fellow.
What the hell's that thing, Danny? What is it?
It's a thing.
It's a
So-
thing.
What
Don, you
thing?
got a
What thing? Oh
13.
my god, is that a
Polyp.
goddamn roper in its belly?
It's a polyp.
It's another polyp.
It's a sentient polyp.
'Cause look
Flavor
how-
your monsters,
Hey-
friends.
hey, guys.
It might just be a legit roper that's living in this dragon's stomach. I don't freaking know anything about dragon anatomy. I'm learning a lot today.
Look how big this fucking rib cage is over here. I guess it's big towards us, right? Because we're shrunk down. So maybe that's just a human's rib cage right there.
That might be like a giant's rib cage.
It was something else that was eaten. Did it?
Danny, this map is really good, by the way. Honestly, like I feel like you could, spend a little bit of time and like actually get this adventure as like a published like one shot and publish it on like DM's Guild, and I think it would actually be pretty good.
I kind of want to. I think
Yeah.
that would be fun.
I think it would be good. It's a cool concept too. It's a cool adventure idea.
Sorry, I managed to erase everyone.
You're fine. We're distracting you with commentary.
Yeah,
About
I'm talking about
dragon
different
anatomy.
bones and
Just doing the math here. If one square is 5 foot, that means that half of the rib cage is like 2.5 feet on each side, give or take.
but it's the 5 foot's relative to us being shrunk down, right? So like I don't actually know what these squares would actually be, because I don't think they would be 5 feet since we've gotten shrunk down. But now
we're
the math is
shrunken-
getting complicated.
Yeah.
I think we're talking something in each square. Like if we were scaled up where we're the 5-foot square, then this is something. This is, well, it's still semi-relative to us at this size. So, I still hold that it could be like a giant's skeleton. It is a full-size giant's skeleton, and we are just poquito.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of stuff in here. There's some actual, you're pretty sure they're human bones. There are definitely some animal bones. And this thing that is right up on Dawn, or not Dawn, brother.
Mm-hmm.
It looks, it's a weird lumpy thing that seems to be growing out of the intestine. It is not an actual roper, but the stat block is based on a roper. This is something that seems to be maybe part of the dragon intestine. You're not entirely sure.
Oh, it's a gut bug.
But Madeline, you get to go first.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm guessing it doesn't want to be my friend and doesn't count as an animal.
No.
Okay. If not friend shape, I have tentacles for hugs. So does it look like it looks like it's gonna hurt me though?
Oh yeah, it's not friendly looking.
Okay. I think she is going to try to Misty step away. Yeah.
So she is still further down the hall.
It's not this block that's there that she's right
no,
next to?
no, it's well, let me indicate.
Oh,
it
it's
here.
up there.
Yeah, it's
oh
up
my
there.
God. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, I don't see. Okay. It's all making sense to me. So I think she's going to
Sorry to interrupt. Quick important question because it will be both relevant to Cortana and Madeline. Are we still within a minute of having exited the stomach?
No.
Okay.
You
Just
both had you had a lot of discussion going on
That's
here.
what I figured. I just wanted to
Yeah.
check. Thank you.
yeah, so she's gonna try to thorn whip this thing.
Okay.
She's gonna run
Ooh.
into it and thorn whip it and hope that it's something.
Okay.
She will avenge you, brother. I don't know.
When a polyp comes along, you thorn whip it.
All right.
16.
That does not hit.
Okay. So
Ooh.
you see her bring out this thorny whip and it just falls short, and so she just kind of says, brother, it's all you or someone else, it's not me. LOL JK.
All right. It is the I'm just going to call it the tumor. It is the tumor's turn. And it is going to reach out with these stringy bits of fibrous tissue and slap at brother. The first attack is 11.
No.
Okay. And the second attack is 15.
Also no.
Oh, all right. Well then,
Denied, tumor.
Dawn, it is your turn.
Dawn's gonna run up a little bit to, get closer and being able to be in range of the tumor after it sees it reach out and obviously trying to attack brother. Gonna rifle through my bag a little bit. Now, guys, I am still kind of workshopping my tagline a little bit for Volcano Industries. So let's just figure out exactly. Yeah, let's go with this one. And I'll pull out that. It looks like a Zippo like flip lighter kind of thing, and I'll light it, and I'm able to point it, and it's pretty much gonna be doing produce flame on the Roper / tumor.
Okay.
All right, let me know how this tagline works out. Volcano Industries. Is that
Was that
good?
it?
I'm gonna shoot produce flame at this thing, which I think let me double check. I'm pretty sure that's attack roll. Yeah, it's a +5.
That hits.
I don't know why all my rolls tonight are 19s and 20s. I'm sorry.
It's
I
because
don't.
you're stealing all the high rolls from Gerundu.
I
Yeah,
His
am.
name is Neo.
question is, do you have any sort of shaping to your spells?
So this is produce flame. It's like a cantrip. It's like a one-shot thing. It's not like an AoE. So this
Okay,
is
so
this
it
is-
doesn't.
I pretty much light the lighter and it like shoots like a little bolt of fire at this thing. Nothing major. It's only gonna do 6 damage, which is critting.
Oops, that was me hitting the wrong button.
Clicking it. So I must have rolled really bad if yours did that much more damage than mine did. Because yours showed 11 +2 crit. Mine was a 4 +2 crit. So my roll must have been bad. It was a 1 for one of the d8s of damage, but it's 2d8 damage +2 for a crit apparently, which I never knew that was a thing, but 6 damage total fire.
Okay. Anything
So-
else for you, Don?
I will ask for feedback on the the tagline. Is that not a good one? Volcano Industries? Just saying the name of the company. I thought it would make it stick. All right. Moving on. That's all I got.
All right, brother.
All right. Well, I'll step up. Brother flexes, as he is wont to do, and lashes out to engage in fisticuffs, I guess, or the fine grappling arts with this tumor. So we get 2 unarmed strikes. That was a natty 1, and that was a 14. I took the wrestling feat, so I get to grapple with the thing.
Okay, so that second one hits. And,
So in addition to, it still takes damage from that hit, from the one that hit. So I roll the damage for that, and then I also get to grapple it.
Okay.
Instead of it being either or, 'cause I took the grapple feat. So it takes this damage. That's 5 damage, and then I'll roll from the flurry of blows, but it doesn't matter. Then I'm going to use my bonus action to do flurry of blows.
Okay.
And then that's these. What did that come through to?
that one hits.
That was a 20, so that's another one. Max damage on that one, and I think that's everything from me. So let's get close and hit it a bunch of times. I should have rolled those with advantage actually, but it doesn't matter because they hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, 16 bludgeoning damage from being grappled and having assorted, I guess, tentacle holds applied.
All right. Anything else for you? That
No, that's it. That's my bonus and actions. I'll just make sure I've marked
And
off my monk
because
points.
you have it grappled, does that give anyone else advantage or just you?
I'm not sure. It definitely gives me advantage. I don't.
Feeling like it should give everyone else advantage because it's very thoroughly distracted with you.
Yeah.
Okay, as long as you have it grappled, advantage for everyone. Cortana, it is your turn. And it has released it again. Damn it. You know what?
happened to the turn order?
It broke because I'm using D&D Beyond.
No.
So let's do.
I went to pee for 5 seconds, come back, and everything's broken.
Fucking Clancy.
Clancy.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I got a little robot behind me that I forgot to use.
Clancy.
I am muted. I am so sorry. I was doing a bunch of measurements and math. I have just enough line of sight to hit. So I'm going to cast Firebolt
Okay.
at the tumor. That is a 21 to hit
Nah, don't do it.
We're really just
And-
burning
Nice.
this thing up.
and 15 damage.
Nice.
That is so much more than my crit damage was. It's so embarrassing.
Wizards! I also just rolled really high.
My
like
my lighter might just suck too. I mean, it's the first time I've tested it out.
Maybe you need to refuel that. Have you tried putting in something a little bit like a stronger propane or something in there?
for war purposes, I mean, not for like cigarettes.
Not yet. This is kind of my alpha test of it, but I definitely know that I need to juice it up a bit.
Proof of concept is good.
It definitely burned them. It definitely hit too, so that's good. That's not a
Right,
total failure.
Madeline, you're up. Madeline, you're up.
Yucky. How is that thing looking? Can I tell like if it's looking pretty gnarly? Because it wasn't.
It's, I mean, it's pretty gross to start with. It doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look like it did when you started. It's definitely taken some damage, but it doesn't look like it's about to fall off or anything.
Okay. Okay. I think, okay, out of character. Because I copied this character, I have a Moonsicle +1. I don't know what the items allowed were. Is that too much for this game?
For it,
Okay.
this is meme of the month.
Okay.
We're
I was
very
like-
rules relaxed.
Okay, I was like, I don't know where in context this is, but she's gonna try to Moonsicle +1 this thing.
Okay.
She's gonna hack and slash calamari, the tentacles, yada yada yada. Maybe, I don't know. No.
No.
So you're second that one. I think I'm stealing all your juice.
I think I should go to regular die. But yeah, so you just see her I guess sickling the air, and that is all she does.
All right. Next up is the tumor. And it is going to attack at disadvantage because it is grappled, yes? Yes. Oh, you're lucky because that was a nat 20. 11
No.
for the first one. And the second
Denied.
one, that is going to be a 9. So,
That weirdly hits.
all right.
Achilles heel.
So next up was Dawn.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
gonna say I think it was
Dawn.
me. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pull out another invention because the lighter didn't seem to be super effective. This is it looks like pretty much like an air conditioner unit, but pretty much taped up to like a wand. I'm going to be casting Ray of Frost on this thing. It was a +12 to hit. Does that hit or not? I don't.
A 12 will not hit.
Okay.
Now,
I will go ahead and workshop another Another tagline for the business.
Do we roll with advantage for magical hits? I think we do.
While they're grappled, I don't
He's
know.
grappled. I'm feeling generous.
Let's try again.
Well, I mean, it's not going to
But
be
whether
really
that's the
much.
official rules or not, that's what we're going to do tonight.
Okay, well that one was a nat
You still
one.
don't
I
know.
did get my nat one in
All right.
there too.
There you go, there you go.
Did not work super great. And I'll just say Volcano Industries again, but this time I'll continue on. Blowing
All right.
minds and monsters alike. Actually, no. As soon as I said that one out loud, I'm not
Blowing
gonna stick with.
monsters?
Nope. Forget I said that. And I think while I'm distracted, I'll like be shooting this beam of frost like way above its head. Because as soon as I said the tagline,
I don't think that's the
realized-
kind of service
No,
you
I
want
know.
to
I know.
advertise.
As soon as that's an entirely different service. Sorry. I'll get it
Brother,
right tonight.
You did see a bit of frost go zooming past you, and it seems to have hit the wall of the intestine, and there's like a weird blackened bit of the wall now. But you're up.
Maybe I give him brain freeze.
Okay.
Uh,
Right, so I get to, because I'm still grappling.
Yep.
Roll unarmed attacks with advantage. I get 2 of those. So, right, let's get those rolled.
a 12 will not hit.
12 doesn't, but I get advantage on that, so that's
You do. A 13 does not hit.
So that's the first attack roll. Second attack, come on. Let's try and
11 will not hit.
This fucking
I like picturing you
terrible.
grappling this thing and just swinging and somehow
Yeah, the
still
12 will not
missing
hit.
it.
Right, well, I'm spending another monk point to do a flurry of blows. And that's another 2 unarmed strikes at
advantage. Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
That's a 19.
That will hit. Yes.
And then, okay, so this is the second flurry strike at advantage. 19. So that's 2 hits, I guess.
Yes.
Super. Right. So
And 9, so
14 damage total from that, and that's me done.
We'll say
All
both
right.
of those attacks had damage on them, and they were higher than those damages that you rolled. Just, that's just.
And as you're looking, it looks like it's bleeding a little. There's some blood coming off of this. And brother, make me a dex save.
Okay. I don't want to, Danny. That sounds unpleasant.
I know, right?
21.
All right. The blood is not on you at this point.
Good.
All right.
I wonder if that's a gold mechanic we're looking at.
Cortana.
Second verse, same as the first. We're going to firebolt this. I rolled a natural 20 for a 27 to hit.
Absolutely hit. Yes.
And my total damage roll was 20.
All right. It's looking very unhappy and very, very bloody.
Sorry, brother. Hope that didn't singe. Standing in the far back. One hand, like, on her sword, ready to run in if she has to.
Not a
Madeline.
hair out of place.
Before you go, you actually notice, and brother, you can feel it. This thing was sort of attached, and it has come loose from the wall of the intestine. Madeline, you're up.
I think she'll try to firebolt it.
Okay.
Maybe? Question mark.
Worth a shot. And you do have advantage. That hits.
Oh, So you just see sending it like Beckham for Kobe, etc.
Okay.
Firebolt.
It is looking pretty bad. Where it has become detached is just a mass of blood everywhere. It's really unpleasant over here. On its turn, it is going to try hitting brother because that's where it is. You are lucky that it's a disadvantage. That's twice I've rolled nat 20s. Will 20 hit you?
Yes, it will. Yeah.
All right. So that is 23 damage.
Oh yeah. Well, as a reaction, I'm going to use my stone's endurance again to reduce that by a d12 plus 1.
That was a lot of damage.
All
But it's
right.
not. It's only reduced by 2.
Oh
how
my!
damage-
How did you?
So that's
wait,
going to be 21 points of damage.
Yeah.
You rolled a 1 on a d12.
Yeah.
Adam, stop stealing all the good rolls in
I'm
Roll20.
telling. I'm sorry, guys.
And I also need you to roll me a dex save.
Another one.
Another
yeah,
one.
it's bleeding all over.
Simply unacceptable.
Gold them up. I want to get to
17.
5
All right, you're okay. Barely, but okay.
for now.
I'm just bleeding my own blood at the moment.
Okay. And it failed its second attack on you.
Oh, that really friggin' smarts, brothers and sisters.
Next up is Dawn.
All right. Well, so far my, kind of more magical inventions haven't been doing so hot. So let's see
Wait.
what. Yeah.
Did I miss Cortana in the last round?
No,
No. Okay.
I
got
nat
that
20'd
first.
on him with a firebolt.
Right. Okay.
I'm just very efficient,
Yes.
Fast.
and I'm at the end of the order.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out. It looks like a light crossbow, but it definitely has a lot of enhancements to it. You see, like the crossbow string looks like it's definitely like more beefy, like some kind of like metal for the string, and it's got like added springs to the sides and everything. All right, let's just see if some good old-fashioned kinetic energy can deal with this thing. As an artificer, specifically the battle forged one, I actually get to make 2 attacks. I should have probably been doing like stuff like this before.
Yes, please.
Probably.
Instead of just my weird little cantrip experiments. I will scoot up a little bit because I'm kind of worried about Madeline being in between me and the target while I'm shooting with this
Yeah, also a
experimental
concern.
crossbow. I'll go ahead and I get to take 2 shots of this.
All right. And they're
Um,
at advantage because it is still grappled.
Does a 17 hit?
No.
Okay, then this is gonna be my for advantage roll then. So 13. So that first shot's gonna go wide.
Yep.
I just had to make sure that this doesn't have. Okay. 23.
That hits, yes.
Okay. Then it's going to be 4. Really? 4 piercing damage. That's a D8 plus 2. And I've rolled bad on that one. So 4 piercing damage to this thing.
Okay. It is not looking good at all. Not at all.
That was. Since I was also using my second attack, that technically uses my bonus action, so I can't use Clancy to go punch this thing, unfortunately. But Clancy's still standing by, looking very menacingly.
All right. It is Brother's turn.
All right. Well, if it's sort of working, let's continue on this theme. Brother digs his heels into the intestinal floor, I guess, rather than intestinal wall, and pulls hard on these tentacles and attempts to do another flurry of blows, but this time with the push effect. But how that's going to work in theory is that we'll do a swing around on his heels and then throw this thing 15 feet like a hammer throw. Let's do those attacks with advantage and see what we get.
There we go.
So
That 24 hits, definitely.
cool. So 1 out of those 2 attacks hits.
Yep.
So it will take. Oh, these are just the flurry of blows as well. They're not even my normal attacks. Right, well, I'll roll the damage for that one. So that's 10 damage, and it will be pushed, thrown 15 feet. And I'll just do the
All right.
two
When
regular
you
attacks as well.
Do that damage. It flops
Okay. I'll stop rolling.
and appears to no longer be a concern.
So yeah,
It is twitching and not moving. I do need you to make another dex save to see if
Oh.
you have ended up in the blood.
he's spun around in like 720 degrees as well in order to
Yeah,
get enough
there-
momentum to
there's a
throw
lot
this
of
thing.
Blood.
There's blood spraying everywhere.
All right, you managed to avoid it. And with the tumor successfully excised, we're going to take a brief break, about 10 minutes or so. So hang out, we will return.
Yeah, you better do.
Hello and welcome back to Meme of the Month, where we are being chaotic as always. If you missed the first part, you're going to be a little bit lost, but that's okay. Our adventurers are currently making their way through the digestive tract of a dragon, trying to rescue a book.
Which we have so far.
Which you have.
We've got
I-
it. It's
I
intact
believe
still.
Brother probably put it down to fight the weird tumor.
Yeah, just dropped it behind him.
All right. So you have defeated this tumor, and I don't really have a good way to draw it on. You know what? I will freehand it, and I will freehand it in blue, so it'll stand out. But there's going to be. Oh, that's not. It goes. We're gonna clear that drawing. That's terrible. We're gonna
Control
try
Z.
again.
Control Z.
So it splurted out that way, and it goes down
Splurt it
that way.
out, Danny. This is the
It's
nastiest one.
blurted.
This
We're
is a really
in
gross
the
one.
small intestine. What did you expect?
But all
Oh,
this,
split.
in this weird little shape of blue, that is where the blood is starting to pool.
Is that a
And-
gold?
We're going to go ahead and clear this thing here. You want to probably not be in the blood. We are officially out of combat, but you're going to have to go through the blood to get out of it, to get out of wherever you are. Well, Brother's going to have to go through the blood one way or another, because
That's
it's
fine.
spreading all around you. I would like you to make me a dex save, please, brother.
Of course you would.
Yep. Good thing you're a very dexterous character.
Oh, no, I'm not, because I rolled. Guess what? The
Oh,
magic
no!
number.
That is one more gold point for you.
Okay.
What are you up to now?
Just 2.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
The rest of you, well, brother, where are you going?
Well, I was going to continue the general trajectory towards the southeast. So I guess knowing that this blood is no good, we'll do the old running jump and just try and clear it.
Okay.
To there.
All right, so you're going to get more visuals available. All right, the rest of you. You saw brother disappear around the corner. What are you doing?
I think Don's already kind of running a little low on spell slots. All these inventions, even though like I'm tossing these jumper 5000s like to brother and myself, every time they're activated, it does still currently take a spell slot. So
Yep,
I
that will-
don't want to turn those back on at the moment because they only last for a minute, so they've worn off by now. I think I'm just gonna try to run to brother.
Okay.
Brother. So however long I've
So
got the
you're
regular
running
30 feet of speed, so I'm
through
just
the
kind of
blood?
running through the blood. That's the
Roll
only thing
me
Don can
a
see.
dex save.
Yeah, I'll try to be not splashing it up and stuff and getting it on me.
Yeah.
19.
All right, you managed. You've got some on your clothes, but you seem to have made it through without too much actually sticking to you, so you're okay.
You should have tried that, brother. I just ran through it.
Well, I mean, I was already standing in the blood, brother.
I'm also just gonna run. I'm gonna hug that curve as tight as I can, which
All
should
right.
get me to right next to Dawn.
And give me
Um,
that dex save.
15.
Just scrapes by.
Hooray!
And Madeline.
How is everyone looking? I mean, I could maybe heal.
Bad.
Yeah,
Don's-
brother's in rough shape.
Don's okay.
I'm fine.
Yeah. After seeing brother get rather wrecked, I think she's gonna do. She'll do healing word first level.
Okay. And is that where you are stopping in the puddle of blood?
No, I was
Okay.
collecting over. Yeah, so you're gonna be able to regain hit points equal to 2d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. So
Eight.
So 8. All right.
it's something.
And I do need you, Madeline, to give me a dex save for running through the blood.
Okie dokie. +0, let's go. Oh, it was
You
almost a
also
1.
managed to be fine.
Yeah.
Just gonna take a minute to beseech my Lord and Savior Coldstone and restore some of my health.
All right.
Raises his clenched fists
To, I guess, the sky, or rather, the intestinal ceiling, and casts Cure Wounds on himself for 17.
All right.
I really want to meet your god
Back up to
sometime.
full again.
I would love to meet Mr. Coldstone.
And you do hear a distant rumbling of the stomach again.
Okay, guys, time to move. Let's go.
Are you leading the way this time?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay.
I'm just gonna head down this way. I'll pop my lights up again and kind of zing them forward just to
All right.
just to make sure. Yep. Up here, split the difference.
Okay.
My God, I know this is a large creature, but glory.
Yikes. Oops.
I'm just sticking right behind. I'm staying close to all the lights.
Okay. And you are shedding a great deal of light.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I'm gonna stick to Brother's philosophy of kind of heading downward, and based on again what I vaguely remember of generalized anatomy.
Head towards that butthole.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh god, I see another tumor up ahead.
The exceedingly complicated.
All right.
digestive
And you can
system.
roll me a perception as you come around that corner.
23!
You do see another tumor up ahead.
Guys, there's another one of those things that really fucked up brother over here.
Yeah, I did not like that.
Do we think we can backtrack and go around it?
I
If we
feel...
hug the wall, maybe we can get past.
Let's split the difference in that case.
I am actually gonna backtrack and pop up around this way. Pop in here again to kind of I'm gonna scope. I'm pretty quick.
You get that far. And just move you back over to here-ish. And
Yeah, go ahead.
roll me another perception.
Oh, there's a one. I didn't see that.
I think I am good at perception. 15.
Yeah, you see a little dude in front of you. It looks like
God
the
damn
tumor,
it.
but smaller.
Hey guys, there's a baby this way.
Do we need to deal with the baby too, or should we just go through the bigger one?
If we deal with the baby, we might be able to get around the bigger one. I don't know. I'm not quite sure how the layout works at this point.
Hey, how like thorough were the notes on this dragon in that book? I know we've already opened the book and went through the whole rigmarole of, you know, brother holding the book open, and we looked through a little bit. Did we happen to, while we were doing that, did we happen to see any kind of like mappings of this thing's like digestive tract that we could use? No? Okay.
No.
I was gonna say maybe we could lean on that knowledge to find our way forward, but okay.
I mean, we also I don't think, found any information about tumors, so I'm sure the professor is going to be real excited to hear
I
from
know,
us.
we're gonna have a lot of good notes for them when we come back.
Consultant oncologists.
Yeah, maybe that's gonna help with my brand.
I'm gonna add that to my resume.
And probably get you some new sponsorships.
Hell yeah, brother.
Can I, from where I am,
Mhm.
can I just send, because I've got all my lights, can I send them up, like, over where Baby Tumor is, and try to find the, like, furthest, would be on our map, the north wall? Like, I want to just see how far things
You can
extend.
see a north wall.
Great. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna continue the game of can I double back enough to like loop around these things, and I'm gonna run up this way and send my lights ahead for a scan, see if I spot any babies in this tunnel.
You do not spot any babies in this tunnel.
I will turn to Madeline, give her a thumbs up, and go, "Let's try this one." And
She will continue on. She's down. She trusts.
Okay, so Brother and Don are staying, keep an eyesight on the big one, while Cortana and Madeline are scoping out like alternative paths.
I don't go backwards, brother.
Unless they ask us to.
oh god,
Oh, shit.
Okay, go ahead and roll initiative, brother.
Well, in my defense, that was a very good plan, Madeline and Cortana.
it's the plan hasn't changed, bro.
Yeah, if you guys aren't going to engage, you don't have to roll initiative.
I'll help
It's
out,
fine.
brother. I'll help
You
out,
don't.
brother.
I could just disengage as a bonus action. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
I can't, so remember that too.
Yeah, that's what
Because I'm
saying,
in it
man.
with you now.
Oh, okay.
We're just Cortana's just playing BG3 rules and is just trying to open up as much of the map as possible before she makes a decision.
All right. So, brother, you've rolled your initiative. And I need to manually add Dawn.
I'm gonna. Can I? It'll be a little bit of retrospect. Let me know if you think this is okay, because this spell's a touch spell. I can touch a willing creature and get a connection between me and them for 1 hour. So as long as the target is within 60 feet of me, it can gain +1 bonus armor class and saving throws, and it has resistance to all damage.
Nice.
But anytime it... Okay, I don't like this part. I just read this for the first time. Anytime it takes damage, I also take the same amount of damage. Actually, you know what? Fuck that. I don't want to put that spell on. I feel like Brother's going to be getting a lot of damage. And I don't
Just
think I can... I don't think I can
don't-
take as much as Brother can.
Don't warding bond someone if you're not willing to share the
Yeah.
hurt.
I didn't
Yeah.
I didn't read that part of the spell yet, but yeah, never
I'd be
mind.
more worried about you than me.
Yeah, I'm sure you've got some more HP than me.
Okay. Well, it gets to go first. So there's that. 19 to hit, brother.
That does in fact hit, yeah.
Okay. And that's going to be 7, 15,
What? No. Stop that
18, 22 points of damage.
now. Back down to where I was 2 minutes ago. Literally back the exact same amount of HP that I've just healed. I've lost again.
And
That's
its
cool.
second hit is 17 to hit.
Oh, that's took me down to 0.
Well, it's 17 hits. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, that's go ahead and roll the damage. 10, 15, 19 damage.
Yeah, that's taking me to 0.
You're at 0?
Death saves time.
All right.
Well,
So
fuck.
Brother
Maybe I
is-
should have warring bonded you. I thought you were.
If you'd given
No,
me...
then you just
You
both go
both be
down in
dead.
like a turn and
Yeah.
a
But I
half.
would have. That wouldn't
No, I
have
wouldn't- it
downed
wouldn't
me
have.
though, and he would have taken half of both of those.
Yeah, they would have downed you on the next turn. This is fine.
Yeah.
The next turn I would
true.
have but the next turn I would have disengaged and dashed, so it wouldn't have even got a chance to hit me again. But never
Damn.
mind.
Dawn, it's your turn.
Shit. Man, I really thought I would have at least like some kind of heal, but I really don't. Damn. Damn, brother's on the ground.
I mean, if you want to grab him and haul him,
And the book. I'm carrying the book.
Yeah. Well, shoot. I don't even know if I can pretty much just get. I'll run up and get to brother. And you know what I will do? I will pull back out my little AC wand, my air conditioning wand, and I am gonna just shoot a quick bolt at this thing with Ray of Frost. I'm hoping mostly that if we do need to bail from this thing, I'm hoping, does a 17 hit?
no.
I was trying to slow it down. I was hoping to hit it with my frost beam to try to slow its movement down if we needed to bail, but that's unfortunate. I missed. Still got a couple kinks to work out of my inventions. That was my action. Okay. Clancy though.
Oh, you robot bun.
I am gonna
yes.
remember him because I need to use my bonus action for him. So since I didn't use a regular attack and then use my bonus attack for a second attack, I'm instead going to send Clancy at this thing. Let me just pull up his stat block real quick. I do apologize. Clancy is going to run up to the tumor and is going to try to just punch it. Clancy sucks. Clancy's fucking terrible. Clancy rolled a 1. Clancy doesn't do shit. Actually, wait. That's damage though. That didn't actually roll for his hit. Who knows? We might be able to hit for 1 damage. Let's see. Why didn't it roll my to hit? What's his to hit? Sorry. I cannot find this thing's to hit modifier. Let's just go ahead and roll a d20 real quick.
Yep.
And just get a gut check. Okay, it was a nat 1. Yeah, that's exactly why I wanted to do that. I assumed we would know one way or another
Yep,
whether or not
that-
it hit,
that
and it
makes
does
it
not
easy,
hit.
All right.
A nat 1 for damage and for the to hit is pretty wild, if we're being
That's-
honest.
Oh, it's finally starting to even out from all the 20s earlier.
Fucking Clancy.
All
I knew
right.
I named him Clancy for a reason. He's shit.
Okay, brother, it's your turn. Go ahead and roll a death save.
Success.
That is a success. All right. It is the tumor's turn. It's going to try reaching out.
So
Can
Clancy
I-
is
Oh,
right
do you
there.
want to join in the initiative?
Well, can I at least roll into initiative for being
Yes.
able to continue taking actions, like
Yes,
like moving
absolutely.
and trying to find the exit?
Yeah.
Great. Because I think I am going to at least try to. Bare minimum, I need the fucking book. It doesn't matter if I get out if I don't have the goddamn book. I don't get
True
paid.
enough.
So, I rolled a
And-
3 earlier.
Madeline, would you like to roll as well?
What am I rolling?
Initiative.
Oh.
Just to give you an opportunity to move and things.
I mean, I really just want to heal
I mean, that would be pretty
Okay.
sick.
something. I don't know.
All right, so back at the top of the order, tumor goes. The 10 will not hit, I don't think.
So Clancy's
third-
like up in its face at least. Maybe I can at least use Clancy as like a body shield.
Will a 13 hit Clancy?
Clancy's got a 15 armor class.
Then the roper has done, or the tumor has done nothing this turn.
That's what I like to see.
Dawn, it is your turn again.
Do I would assume that I would see Cortana's dancing lights like up ahead, right to the north.
Yes.
Yeah.
And actually, let me reveal a little bit more because she would have revealed all of that.
What would I need to do if I wanted to try to get brother closer to our healers?
Well, my guess would be you'd go towards the light and just haul him up.
Yeah,
Take me to the light.
I
brother.
wasn't sure like how like the movement speed and actions and kind of things would work for me carrying him.
I will let you move your regular speed.
Okay, and if I use like my actions and everything
Yeah,
like
if
that.
you use your action to carry him, you can move your
Okay.
regular speed.
So I got
pretty much.
30, so I can go to about right there.
Okay.
So I'll put me. Let me double check that real quick. I think that was okay. I'm gonna put me one more, and
Yep.
if we want to put brother just right there, right above me. And I do figure like I'm more dragging like by the arms.
Yeah.
I'm not like carrying like a fireman carry or anything. I'm like dragging brother.
Would that not provoke an opportunity attack?
I hope not. Why would you say that?
It would. And let's just take a look. No,
all
a
in.
9 is probably not going to hit.
No.
I'm all in on
no,
disaster farming
no.
now.
I know. I mean, fuck it. If we had an end of meme of the month with all of us getting digested in a dragon's belly, then fuck it. That's how we ended meme of the month.
I do need you to take another point of gold damage, brother, because you are
Oh, thanks.
fully passed out.
Yeah, absolutely. 3 gold.
And it is your turn, so another death save, please.
It's
Can
Madeline's
do.
turn. She's got a 10
Oh.
in initiative.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's right. It
That's
did
why we
not
got everybody in the
reorder it.
initiative.
Yes.
Ready.
So what can I do if someone's down? Can I cast magic? I can't.
You can heal them as long as they are not true
Heal
dead.
me.
You can still heal them and pop them up.
They'll pop right
Okay,
back
yeah.
up.
So I have healing word at the 3rd level.
Okay.
So I would like to do that.
And he just needs to be able to hear you for that one. You don't have to touch him.
Yeah.
For
Is there
map
a-
I can see. It's C within 60 feet.
for map purposes, I think we had established that Madeline and I were running
Yes,
together, so I
so
think
let's
she
pull
can be
you
up
back
where
up
I am.
to there. So yes, you should be able to. Yeah, you've got line of sight on him from there.
Okay. She sees this. It's no bueno. She's going to try to heal that with something.
All right. So go
Oh.
ahead. 16 healing.
I'm ready for that
It's
Titantron
something.
in the sky.
All right.
Right,
Just hear her.
okay.
Can you get up?
I feel much better now. Thank you. Yeah.
It's a little something. It's
Time to
something.
snap into a Slim Jim. Yeah.
Yeah, well, okay.
So
Those ropers, by the way, / tumors, they look like connected, right? Like they can't pursue us.
it is firmly attached
Okay,
to.
fan-fucking-tastic.
So my question is, are you going to go back and fight it, or are you just going to continue on?
It's
I
looking
don't
like
go
we can.
backwards, brother.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say,
Okay,
like,
there we go.
It
You-
looks
you
like
continue
we're.
on then. That's
Yeah,
fine.
we can
That's cool.
make it up. That we can just go that way, everybody.
Oh, you-
I
you
love
would
that.
never-
We just literally
never
just
admit
walk
it.
out of range of the monster and they can't pursue us.
It is
I
an
love
option
that.
for that one. Yes.
I didn't think it would have a 15-foot tentacle range, but I was wrong.
Dude, they've
Well,
got
this
like 40 or something. It's
No,
crazy.
this is the thing about that monster is that it's got a huge radius of damage, but if you can get far enough away, it can't pursue you.
Yeah.
That's why it's so aggressive.
It's insane. It's like
Um,
40 or 60 feet.
As I
Brother doesn't know that.
say, I'm trying to be so good and not look up the stat blocks, but I have fought ropers before, so I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
they're
Yeah.
scary. As I make my way along this hallway, I would like to again ping my lights down. Anything I pass looks like a passage. I want to just
Okay.
zip a little light down. Open this map.
Yep.
Sorry, Danny, love you.
No, that's fine.
We need to clear this fog of war.
No, Cortana wants to GTFO. So
We're on time crunch here. It's fair.
You are, yes.
every time I hear that stomach burble, I'm like, no, thank you.
Can you imagine this being your final resting place? Like, none of us want that.
I can't imagine it. It's that guy's and that guy's and
Yeah,
that guy's.
yeah.
and
Look,
that
there's
guy's
a lot of
and that
guys'
Yeah,
final
it's-
resting place here, and we don't want
It doesn't
that.
require much of a leap of imagination, to be fair.
Check that there's-
Look at that motherfucker. That's a big boy.
That's a big ass boy.
Oh gosh. Okay, that doesn't seem great.
And
he
two-
is quite
two heads.
dead and decomposing, so
That's good.
there's that.
Is this a trumpet?
Yeah, your net's in. This
I
dragon
think
ate
it's
a net
more
in.
of like a
Candelabra.
candelabra.
Yeah, I got you. I thought it was a trumpet, and I was like, that's wild.
Gonna cautiously approach our huge pile of dead and kind of peek around the corner.
Okay. Okay. Look at this, though. Look at this giant ass fucking mummy
Oh my
cocoon.
gosh. Okay. So before we do anything rash, like run directly up to it, do you want me to just like, you know, shoot it with something from here and see what happens first?
It looks pretty subdued, so maybe we can just walk by it?
I would like to cautiously take one step forward and, like, I don't know, can I just perception check to see if I
Sure,
notice
yeah.
anything funky about this
Give me a
thing?
perception check.
I'm pretty good at perception. She said with great confidence. No, I'm not that good right now. I'm panicking. That was a 7.
It doesn't seem to be moving.
Hey, brother.
Brother just stopped for a quick prayer break to heal up again.
I was literally gonna say, hey, brother's still looking pretty rough. Like, what can we do to get him back in fighting shape? Yeah.
He's
You
looking,
guys-
he's
you
looking
guys
a
hang
lot
back-
better now.
You guys hang back here and make sure brother's okay. I will cautiously approach and see what I need to do.
Brother's
I will-
aggressively flexing now. He's fine.
Okay. What I like to see.
I am gonna get a little bit closer and again kind of look for where my passages are.
Okay. You see another passage, and there's one down further.
Is that the butthole?
That is not.
Oh, it's a big shield.
I would say no. That looks like
What is the technical term for them? A treasure cavern? I don't know. I had a boyfriend who kept using that term once. It was real weird.
A
He might have
treasure
been talking
cavern.
about something else,
Milady,
though.
Probably is a
Milady,
nightstand.
carest thou to explore mine treasure cavern?
Yeah, we didn't last very long, weirdly enough.
Alright,
On
are
the
we all-
beach, there's
we-
like buried treasure, but I don't think it's the same. Or maybe it is.
I just have a lot of anxiety about continuing in the most straightforward direction. So I don't know if we want to try to like just blast past whatever this pile of stuff is here, or if we want to go the long way around.
I kind of think we should just scooch on past. I don't see any of those tumors anywhere. I think we can scooch on past and see what's around that corner down there.
You hear the
Brother.
pitter-patter of booted feet.
Oh
Brother, roll me
shit,
a
brother!
perception check.
Jump scared me, brother.
I got bored.
What do you see down there?
Everything.
thank God.
You see a cute little green thing, a very gooey green thing. It looks like it's slowly moving a little bit towards you now that it sees you.
I see a slowly moving green thing. Yeah.
Can you
Hey.
be any more elaborative
Hey.
on what you mean by green thing?
It's a cute little goopy green thing, all
Oh,
moving real
God.
slow.
Let me just scooch on past. I'm gonna try to walk by that big humanoid body shape thing and try to
Roll
get up
me a
to brother.
perception
Oh, God
as
damn
you
it.
walk down that hall.
So +4, 23. I haven't. I'm either
Okay.
rolling 19s or 20s or 1s and 2s.
How do I make things highlighted? Where's my button? I don't want to pan. I want to indicate something that you see. I don't remember how to do that. That's fine. You see this that sort of square thing? It seems to be moving a little bit as you walk past.
Gotcha.
Looks like
It
to be
actually
some kind of
moves forward
squidgy
one.
cube.
Looks like
And
a
you
cube
see-
of jelly.
A bone gets sucked into it as it moves forward.
Do you say
What?
that out loud? That looks
Yeah,
like
I see a cube of jelly moving towards
Nope,
us
nope,
over
nope,
here.
nope, 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 nope. I've heard stories about these. I don't want to do it. And I'm gonna run around the back way.
All right. Um,
You know, I picked that as flavor. I did not realize it was gonna become relevant that Cortana has a like deep-seated PTSD fear of gelatinous things.
well, from where she's standing now, she can see this green oozy thing in front of her. And if no one else is going to be moving away from it, I think we need to roll initiative.
I mean, I know Don wants to just go down south.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah.
also what my boyfriend used to say.
All right, let's roll initiative.
We gotta take the lower
I will
passage.
make every show I'm on the horniest. I'm so sorry.
We love it.
I got a 15 on my initiative,
Whoops.
Okay.
Oops.
which I think is actually tying to the initiative order now, which is
Can
cool.
I roll something other than single digits, please? That
Please,
would be really
dude, 5 plus 3.
fucking nice. Yeah.
Keeping with the narrative, I got a 22 because I don't want to be here.
I love it.
And Madeline. Did you
Um,
follow Cortana around the corner?
Yeah, she would have. She would have kept up because she was realizing that there is limited health going on right now, so she's gonna want to
Okay.
follow up with that.
Alrighty.
As per usual, Adam and I are not the brains of the operation.
Well, according to my dice, I'm not either. So
I specifically built my character to be all brains, so
I went for all brawn.
I have an 18 intelligence because I'm a wizard.
I've got an idea for this, by the way.
Is the idea run?
Yes, that is half of the idea. Yes.
well, flying worked for me to begin with, so I guess I can run this time as long as it's not green goop or golden.
Yeah, I think was that spell
Alright.
an hour that you get to fly?
Yeah.
No.
So
A minute.
was
One
it was
minute.
a 1 minute?
I
Oh, that's
wish.
way
No, it was-
different. That's
it was
way
definitely
different.
an hour.
Significantly different.
Uh,
Because your
so-
spell was an hour.
Yeah, one of mine was an hour.
Cortana, you're up first.
I'm gonna. Don's gonna yell, "Hey, I've got something for this. I've got a really cool. I haven't named it yet, but it kind of like shoots webs out.
I don't trust anything you say to
I'm
me at
gonna,
this point.
I'm gonna web it up. It's not even gonna be able to move, and we can just skedaddle on out of here. Don't even worry about it. Just go ahead and start on moving."
I am going to whip out my no, yeah, it's time for another one. I will whip out my sword. I will perform my graceful little acrobatic dance with it to activate my blade song because I want that extra movement. And then I am going to that is my bonus action. And then I am going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to make my I'm going to grab the correct tool to get to the 1, 2. I'm going to run to right about here.
Okay, as you
Gonna
get
run
there,
to here.
you
That's the one I'm trying to get to.
look up and see just in front of you another gooey green thing.
Great. I still have 10 feet of regular movement. Does the thing down the hall behind this goo ball, does that look like a sphincter?
It does.
Fuck it, we ride at dawn. Okay. Can I? No, because my bonus action was my blade song, so I can't dash, unfortunately. Otherwise, I absolutely would. You know, I've barely used any spells. I'm gonna... Wrong shape. Give me a circle. Oh yeah, that's fine. That works great. I'm gonna cast Sleep on, like,
Okay.
this area.
Okay. Hey.
Double checking. 5d8. So this is going to start with the creature with the lowest hit points and work its way up. Putting things to sleep progressively until I run out of HP. That is 27 total hit points worth.
Unfortunately, it does nothing because they are immune to being
Damn it!
charmed. So they cannot be put to sleep.
Unfortunate.
The good news is they don't seem to have noticed that you did something to them.
Great!
Anything else for you?
That was action, bonus action, and I don't want to get closer even though I have 10 more feet of movement, so I'm just gonna press myself against the wall and go into assassin invisibility mode.
All right.
Which is not a mechanical thing, it's just me pressing up against the wall and hoping they don't notice me.
Gotcha. This little dude is going to scooch closer and is going to try to attack you with sticking a little fingery thing. 3 plus 3 is 6. That will probably not hit you. You see the little fingery thing come towards you, Cortana, but it, like, goes past your head. The wall worked.
Brilliant plan.
Dawn, you're up.
So the area I've got highlighted, I'm going
Yes.
to strap a device to my wrist and point it much like the Spider-Man does.
Uh-huh.
And
The
I'm
spider.
going to be casting web in this area.
Okay.
So it should get the little green boy at the bottom, and it should get the square gelatinous cube boy at the top, I'm hoping.
Okay.
And what that means is, as I web up that area, it is going to be kind of a mass of like sticky, thick webs covering this entire area, where the first time a creature enters the webs on a turn or starts their turn there, it must succeed on a dex saving throw or have the restrained condition
Okay.
until it breaks free. I'm trying to slow them down so we can all just keep on skedaddling past them.
Gotcha.
I'll cast. I say cast it. I'm gonna like.
Drop it in there so we see it.
Yeah, I tried to. There
And
we
it's
go.
a
That's
DC
what I.
15.
That's what I
Okay.
needed to do.
All right. Anything else for you?
I will use my movement speed to then scooch on down. I'm trying to get out of here. And now I see
Okay.
the sphincter.
This little fella is gonna move over. Madeline.
So I think she's gonna offer some healing.
Okay.
She can tell that we are slowing them down, but in the event that they catch up somehow, what she notice is brother still looking the saddest.
Saddest.
Yes.
Only by yeah, I definitely have taken the most damage, but I'm on 31 out of 39 hit points. So,
So only about 8 sadness points.
yeah.
Okay. So that's
I've
a tier
only got 8
2
sad.
dice point investment.
I can't believe you got less health than I do, Gerundu. I did not think brother would have less HP than Don. I've got 45 max.
Monks are not tanky.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
did-
true. It's
I
more of
didn't
armor
put any-
class.
Yeah, I didn't put much in ace. They can't.
Is he like spirit better in this situation, or
I mean, you're right up beside him. I don't.
okay? I'll just do healing word.
Yeah.
Okay. So seeing that he's looking a little better, but still not as good as he could, he's gonna whisper a few things like "Stop getting fucking hit," and sweet nothings like that.
Sweet,
And,
sweet nothings.
Just sweet nothings. Yeah.
Topped off.
and-
though.
All right.
My lord,
14
your
healing.
voice is different. That's the bottom line, because Cold Stone said so.
Yeah.
And are you going to move at all?
I think so, because she's seeing that, the general consensus is
Scooch.
GFO.
Yeah. we'd like to move it.
All right. You walked right up next to that ooze. So it is going to. Is it going to opportunity attack?
I don't think unless she
I
moves
don't-
out of
no,
it
it's just
now.
moved through it.
Yeah.
Into it does not do it. Okay. Brother, it's your turn.
Okay, well, I have enough movement, being a monkey sort of fellow, that I can do this. So I can go 10 feet, and then another 10, 20, 30, 35
Monks are
feet.
crazy, dude.
So
Okay.
right
You
up
did-
to the door.
Go through 2 oozes.
Yeah.
So
I'll
let's-
take the chances on the opportunity.
that would be 22 for the first
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
and 8 for the second.
Well, no. The first-
Not so much, no.
No, not so much that one. No.
And that is. Gee, I lost my D6
Oh, well, that means it doesn't hurt at all then.
because
You just rolled D8 minus 2, right? That
my
works.
dice are bouncy, and so it rolled away.
You roll a d12, but do it in increments. So one and
Well,
two
Roll
are
Yeah.
2
one,
times. Yeah, you
3
just
and
roll
4
it
are 2.
twice, and
Oh
then
wait,
you
I
have
have more
it.
dice. These ones don't bounce.
Or quarter it.
Ooh.
I don't know where the bouncy one went. I don't see it anywhere. All right, so that is Oh. Wrong sheet. It is not D6, it's 2D8.
You fucking what?
Um, 5 6 points of damage.
Pretty fucking
Okay.
rude.
Well, I'm going to use my
And-
last. Oops, sorry, no, carry on.
1 gold point.
And 1 gold point.
Did you hit 5
Oh.
yet?
I will use my. No. I'll use my Stone's Endurance, my last thing of Stone's Endurance, to reduce that damage
All right.
by 13 points. If I reduce the damage by 13 points, which is more than it would have inflicted anyway, do I still get the gold point?
You still get the gold point.
Still get the gold point. So I'm
You
on
didn't get
4.
hurt, but you got touched.
Cool.
And honestly, at this point, I'm
Story
kind
of
of
my
curious
life.
what that means when you hit 5. So I hope someone gets to it.
I am 4 golden now, I think.
All right.
Yes, that's right.
This little guy's going to move.
Hey, he was
Oh,
webbed,
by the
so he
way,
did need to
sorry.
make a deck save.
I haven't
He-
actually taken my action yet.
Oh, okay.
I was just going to cast Sacred Flame on this little fella.
And what sort of damage does that do? Is that fire
Yeah.
damage?
No, it's Radiant.
Radiant. Okay.
You should have.
It's a DC 14 dex save.
You should have cast Dropkick on the Sphincter.
No, I could have done that, couldn't I?
17 minus 2, 15. So
it take
he
half?
saves.
It does. It does not take any damage, I don't think, if it saves.
It's unfortunate.
No, yeah, doesn't take any damage. Oh well, it was worth a
Alright.
punt.
Okay, so this little guy is going to move up to here because he cannot be restrained.
Motherfucker. You could have told me that before I used my cool spell, Danny.
Oh,
No, same
you
as me
wouldn't have
burning
known
my
that.
sleep.
The good news is
Meta-knowledge.
14. What was the DC? 15? 15.
Two...
So the gelatinous cube is restrained.
Okay, cool. Cool.
And we're back to Cortana.
Great. I would like to. I'll use 30 feet of my movement to run up to the sphincter.
And it will make an attack of opportunity of
It can try.
17.
I'm at 18 right now because of Blade Song.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Swinging my swords around me in a beautiful balletic dance of deflection. The sphincter, I assume, is currently closed.
This one seems to be gapped a little. You can probably just push your way through.
Great,
Ooh.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take my other. Let's see, I was here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 15 more feet of movement. I'm gonna just shimmy on through and
All right.
Quick,
clear
So-
push
clear
your
the
way
hole.
through the sphincter.
That's
Just
so-
remember that you're 15 feet in the next one.
Oh my
Yep.
god.
All right.
15 feet deep through the sphincter.
Oh
This
my
little
god,
oozy
dude.
guy is going to try touching Madeline for that's a 20 to hit. He's very hitty. And that is 2, 8, 9 damage plus 1 gold.
So, do I get a reaction here to try to moonsicle this bitch? I mean, this
can.
Yeah,
monster.
if that is your reaction, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, only a 13 to hit though.
That hits it.
Oh, okay.
It'd be cool
So
if
you
you
just
kill
see her
that.
sickle through the air, and she does some damage.
Okay. All right. It takes a little bit of damage.
Okay.
Is that a magical weapon? Yes, it is, right?
Yeah, it's a silver-bladed sickle, glimmers softly. I guess if there was moonlight.
Okay. But the important
One-
thing is that it is magical, so it does not take the damage.
The closer
is-
we get to the butt, the more moonlight there is.
Says it's slashing damage. Yeah.
Dawn, you're up.
Don hasn't ran like this since high school, but Don is about to just use dash. And he is going to go like around this corner here, right? Along the edge. So I think
Okay.
I should only get one opportunity attack, I believe.
Yep.
Instead of going through them. And I'll have enough to burst through the sphincter through the other side.
Okay. That was 23 to hit. That was
That-
an at 20.
Believe it or not, that does
Jesus.
hit me.
12, 13 points of damage
Oof, I do.
Got that
Okay.
off.
plus 1 gold.
Okay, I'm up to 3 gold now.
Okay.
And I mean, I guess that was it since I used my action to dash. Clancy will just follow me. Clancy's pretty useless anyway, so I don't even want to make him do anything.
Okay, that little ooze will come up. Does a 13 hit you, Madeline? A 13. Oh, you're muted. Sorry.
Her AC is 13.
All right, it hits.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is going to be 2,
More gold?
9 points of damage and 1 point of gold.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. And now it is your turn, Madeline.
Okay. So Let's see what we got here. Just gonna try to move over, which I believe gives them an opportunity of attack because she's
Yep.
running out of its range.
Have they already used their reactions? Because an opportunity attack is
Oh,
a reactions
that's
if they've already used it on
very
players who have run
They
by,
did.
and it does not.
good.
Yep.
Plus, you could take.
Rules lawyer.
You can tell Alondra DMs a lot.
I spend so much time having to keep track of opportunity attacks. Is most specifically what it is.
All right, we are going to move through the sphincter.
Oh god.
Through the sphincter. Push it real good.
All right, so let's just get this fixed up here.
To the colon.
So you've still got your lights, so you can see some stuff.
Oh god, lots of gold. We're getting close to the butthole.
So you were 15 feet through. All right. You have moved into an area that has so much more gold. And it's sort of clogging at the corner here. You can still see some remnants of bones, but they're very broken down compared to what they were before. And there's just sort of a shininess sort of all over.
Thanks, I hate it. Let's go, guys.
Yep,
All
let's
right.
keep on trucking.
So you're gonna send your light.
Yep. Same deal.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep trying to catch any semblance of what's to come.
We've got an SOP now.
I'm gonna be
I'll let you go ahead and roll a perception.
$19.
Looks clear down the hall so far.
Booking it.
All right.
Can I just say for like ease of time and stuff that Don's gonna at least be pocketing a few, handfuls of this gold. I know like that was our
Sure.
reward, right? Like our reward was like any gold you pick up, you just can
If-
keep it.
If you're picking up gold, I want you to take another gold point
Okay.
because you've got your hands all deep in it.
Okay. I'll do that. And I'll just take like a couple handfuls of gold. Whatever can I'm still trying to just book it down this hallway.
yeah.
but However
I mean,
many-
there's plenty of it around.
yeah.
But if any of you decide to fill your pockets with gold, take another gold point.
Okay. I added mine. I'm up to 4 now.
Okay.
I need that VC money.
And it's still looking clear.
I will say, as part of the kind of SOP that we're going with, like I will always slow down a little bit as I come around a corner to kind of so I don't
Yeah.
like slam in anything, and then if I see that it's clear, just absolutely booking it up the next corridor.
We need to get there before this book turns to gold shit.
Right?
Literally gold shit.
And I would like everyone to just roll a perception as you're coming around the corner and
No.
Got a 16?
okay.
No.
Dude, Gerundu, I don't
No.
know what's going on with your rolls tonight, but
No.
it's very unfortunate.
No.
17.
Team
feel like-
Nat ones. Let's go.
Alright, so everyone except Brother notices that the cover of the book is definitely looking gold now.
Ooh, we gotta get moving. We've been here too long.
I think it makes sense. Brother probably has it like somehow strapped to his back or something, so like he can't even see the book, but like the rest of us can all very clearly see its cover and stuff, so we can see it turning gold, but not him. I think that very much makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right,
Round
coming around the bend
corner.
again.
Yep.
Round the bend again.
We gotta skedaddle. The book's turning to gold, brother.
Oh no.
Oh my god, this digestive tract though.
I mean, it's a pretty big dragon.
Roll me a perception as you're coming around the bend.
Okay. 11 that time.
18. It's like the one thing I'm good at consistently.
Okay. Dawn, you don't really notice too much this time, but the rest of you notice that under your feet, there's a section that it doesn't look like intestine anymore. It looks lined with gold. Not just piles of gold, but that section as you're coming around the bend. And I would like everyone to make me a dex save as you're going through this area.
Hey guys, I don't think this is normal. Not that any of this has been, but you know.
12 deck save.
Fortunately, I don't think there's any teeth here, so I'll be safe.
I heard
God.
about an Aarakocra called Scrooge McDuck. You'd swim.
Dude, that would be a fun D&D character, an Aarakocra character themed after Scrooge McDuck.
Can swim through coins. Aye.
All right. Dawn, take another gold point.
Oh shit, I hit 5, Danny.
You are starting to lose feeling in your feet.
Guys, I don't know if this is normal or not. My feet are going numb a bit. Any of you?
Nope, feeling fine.
Oh.
I'll try to lift my feet up. Are they feeling heavier?
They're feeling heavy too.
Oh, guys, I think this thing's turning me to gold.
Okay. Let me beseech Coldstone for some help.
Goldstone.
I'm gonna activate my large form. So I guess I'll still be small, but a slightly larger version of my small self.
Okay.
That means so for 10 minutes until I end it, I have advantage on strength checks, and my speed increases by 10 feet. And I'm gonna pick
Okay.
up Dawn,
All right.
hold
you're
him
carrying
under my arm like a keg.
Dawn under
and
one
try and
arm,
run.
book under the other.
Yeah, and try and
All
just
right.
run
Trying
like
to
it's a strongman competition.
Okay.
Love it. If I don't have to use my movement speed, I'm here for it.
I've got all the movement speed and all the strength, so we'll try that.
All right. This
We
next chunk of the
continue
hall
running.
looks clear. The next chunk of intestine, I guess. Looking good. Looking clear.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
And everyone
But
roll me
wait, there's more
perception
gold.
again. There is more gold. So much gold.
I've already got my pockets full. I feel pretty good with the amount I've got.
Okay.
Well, I'm carrying you out. So
Yeah,
if
I know.
You do turn to gold.
I picked up gold and
I
I
can
started
sell
turning to
you.
gold, so I don't want to really pick up any more.
Yeah.
My first and last good roll of the
That
night.
was a
Let's go.
fantastic perception.
I be perceiving.
So yeah, you notice that again, this section, everything seems to be covered in gold. The floor, the walls, the ceiling, the whole intestinal tract at this point seems to have a coating of gold on it. And I need everyone who is touching a surface to roll me a dex save.
I don't
That
think
can't be healthy, right?
I don't think that's me.
It is not you.
Uh-oh.
That is another point of gold for Brother.
Well, I also have 5 points. of
Oh
gold
shit!
points.
But you're the carrier.
I am the
Your
carrier.
feet are feeling heavy and numb.
I think the book is fused to my back.
Can we just
The
talk
rest
about
of you are
how
fine.
Alondra has gotten 3 15s in a row?
I keep rolling 11s and I have +4s to a bunch of skills.
That's a good thing for you, though.
I think if I hear brother kind of mention his feet getting heavy, I will turn and be like, "Do you want me to take the book so that you can bring Dawn?"
I mean, I might turn to gold.
Yeah, so
Pretty
maybe
soon.
Madeline or I should carry the book.
Brother tries to let go of it. Is he able to? Is he
Yeah.
fusing with the
Yeah.
book? Okay.
And as you're grabbing the book, are you going to look at it at all or just take it and go?
I mean, I'll take a quick glance at it to make sure that it doesn't look like it's
Okay.
We knew
It-
it was turning to gold.
It looks
Yeah, I saw it turning before. Is it progressing?
the cover. It's not pure gold, but it looks like it's got a gold leaf on it. And as
Okay.
you flip through the pages, it's like they're the fancy burnished pages where there's gold
Oh,
on
sure.
the edges, but the gold hasn't crept through to the writing yet.
Okay, we're gonna have to continue speed running this, at least for the sake of the book, and it sounds like for the sake of our adventuring companions. How are you feeling, Madeline? You still okay?
I'm doing swell.
Great. Love to hear
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Let's
I'd be
go.
better on the outside.
Yeah, same.
But when do we eat our cakes?
Probably
Definitely
when we get out.
after we go
Oh.
through the butthole, unless something really bad happens.
I'm just saying.
I would like to be able to fit through the butthole without effort. Personally.
I do have a quick question. Now that I think about it, and now that I'm getting carried and I don't have to think about my feet and legs, why do we have 2 drinks and 2 cakes? Why not just one of each? Why do we need 2 of both?
That's
Can
what
we
I'm
ask
saying.
existential questions.
Okay, yeah. Get us out
outside
of here,
the
brother.
butt?
Clang,
Well,
clang, clang, clang,
Brother
clang.
is still carrying me, but now brother is affected by the same fucking issue that I'm facing. But I guess I'm still letting brother carry me.
So
John's
in
voice
this,
gets quieter as your brother sprints.
in this final section of Hall, I need everyone to give me another dex save as you're running through the gold juice.
19.
26.
Only
about
10
bloody
from
Oh
time.
my god, Drundu got a nat 20 finally.
Okay.
Go you.
So that is going to be Madeline getting 1 more gold point.
Okay, I'm at 3.
Okay. And you see the hall, the intestine suddenly narrow. It is the butthole.
Okay.
Great. Let's go.
Brother
Wait, no.
says,
What are you
I hope
doing?
you're okay with this. Lowers Don into the pile of coins and uses him like a snowplow to push as many out through the butthole with him as he possibly can.
I'm down. I
One more
know.
dex save
Yeah,
for
you
that.
know what? That's actually a really
Don.
good strategy.
Don,
You-
give me a dex save.
Like a lot of roughage, you know. Just...
Yeah, gonna clear this blockage.
An 11.
That is going to be 2 more gold points for you.
I mean, I expected more, if we're being honest.
I do think with the exit inside, I think this is the point when Cortana will kind of look at everybody and be like, "Yeah, you know what? Fuck it." And this will be the point when she does fill her pockets.
All right. So that is an extra gold point for you.
That's
as well.
fine. I'm still only at 3.
Okay.
I'm at 7. I don't want to hit 10. I don't want to hit 10. I think something very bad will happen.
And then knowing what I, a human woman, know about how the sphincter of the butt works, I'm assuming that we probably need to trigger an evacuation.
Yes.
Great. I would like to get past as they prep up gold plow maneuvers. I would like to. I'm so sorry, Danny. I would like to walk up to the sphincter and I would like to cast knock.
Oh my god.
I
Win,
stopped
yes.
it.
This is going to be
specifically for
explosive gold
this.
diarrhea.
You hear a rumble coming from behind you. And you have a few seconds to prepare, but you can see the peristaltic muscle movements contracting and pushing, and there's gold coming towards you.
Go into brace position right
I
at
would
the
like
exit.
Everyone to make me a constitution save.
Constitution saving.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Madeline is fine.
I can't actually see what my
Very
roll
tough.
What was my roll?
Ugh,
Oh, an 11. Oh, wait. Did mine not roll?
yours did not.
Okay, hold up. Constitution.
I would
brother.
just, if I had time to retroactively do this in the rumbling during the rumbling, I'd like to cast resistance to bludgeoning damage to as many people as I can.
Bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
I've
I
got
think that-
acid damage resistance, though, if that's
all
a
got-
thing.
Everybody who was able to be touched by me in the rumbling time has 1d4 resistance to bludgeoning damage.
And it is just 2 points of bludgeoning damage to you, brother. But it makes sense because you had enlarged yourself.
This is
So you
true.
don't fit out the sphincter quite as smoothly as everyone
dear.
else. And
I'm
you
a
feel the
tricky
crush a
nugget.
little bit more.
Oh my god, dude. This.
I am that tricky nugget.
Also, I apologize. My con save was only a 20, not a 24. I still had my blades on active. My bad.
You all come tumbling out of the dragon.
How forceful is it?
Oh, quite.
What, launch 20 feet?
There's the good
Knock
news
is not a
there's
subtle
lot,
spell.
a
We
lot
hit
of
the
gold that
cave
comes with
wall.
you. Pretty close. And with the sudden expulsion of a pile of coins, Professor, what was his name? Drake.
Yeah.
Drake Shayla comes running around. Oh, you guys
Immediately gonna slam cake into my mouth.
And we're pretty
Where-
small
where
right
where are you
now.
guys? You're tiny.
Yeah.
And as Cortana eats the cake, it is a quick flip back to full size. It hurts. It doesn't feel good.
Ow, that sucked. Everything about that sucked. Everything about that was terrible.
Oh, you got the book though. Can I have the book?
I want the cover.
Okay. And he'll
Gonna-
like tear off the cover for you.
Yeah, I like peel
Here.
the end papers out or whatever because I want the cover. And then I
gold.
will,
Yeah.
yeah, because it's gold. I'm gonna take what I can get. I'm also gonna open my spell book that I've had tucked away, and I will pull out like the last 2 pages and offer to him, and it's got like some rough sketch diagrams of kind of what we saw in the intestines and some notes about the tumors, and then a bunch of like what started to be notes and then just trailed off when I saw the oozes and I stopped taking notes.
All right, cool. Thank you. Before you want to wash,
Yeah.
and you want to wash the coins too before you take them anywhere. He pulls a bag from his hip. Here, it's a holding. Just put the coins in. While you're still, I don't want to touch them.
Yeah, no, that's fine. We'll just take this. And is there like a watering trough that I could just go like jump in and dump all these into?
Oh yeah,
Great.
Montgomery has a bath right next door, so you can just hop right in.
Amazing.
And yeah, you have made your way through the intestines, the entire digestive system of a dragon, with only 2 of you starting to turn to gold.
How's that looking now that we're out?
Oh, your feet are gold.
Oh, cool. So
Like
still okay.
about 2 or 3 inches above your ankle is where it turns back into flesh. But yeah,
That's
your
tough.
feet
So
are
we'll have to
pure
figure
gold.
that out. But that's a journey for another day.
That sounds like maybe Madeline knows like somebody with some restoration spells or something from your first aid station at camp.
Yeah, me.
Oh, amazing.
I don't know if that would help here. But maybe we can talk about it later. I mean, gold feet are cool. People like feet that aren't gold. So like
I mean,
maybe...
I'm fine. Short term, I'm fine.
Okay.
I think I just really need a drink right now.
Yeah, I could
Yeah,
go
bath
with
and
some
a drink.
food.
You
don't
are
know why I'm
able
hungry.
to you're able to get washed up, and you can head to the nearest pub, and you've got plenty of gold to last you most of your lifetime at this point, unless you're really irresponsible with your money.
Probably. Gonna spend it.
That's I
Absolutely.
think that's where we're gonna leave it. Thank you all for joining me through this trip through a dragon.
You are most
Very fun.
unwelcome. That was
delightfully disgusting.
It was way less gross than I thought it was going to be.
This one shot is unwell.
Oh,
Just be glad I
goodness.
didn't play Silas.
Oh, gosh.
I will just real quick say, Danny, as somebody who has probably purchased, I'm definitely in the top 10% of people who have purchased one shots from DM's Guild, right? Like I've purchased an ungodly amount of one shots from that. I will just say, I guarantee you throw this together in an actual like one shot adventure, this thing's gonna sell like hotcakes. Like this thing is gonna be, it's gonna be
Who doesn't
it's
want to go through a
funny.
dragon's butt?
Yeah, you can add a little bit, or you keep it just as is. I'm telling you right now, like this will be this would be an adventure I would have bought and ran for one shot onslaught if I would have saw like, oh yeah, you go through a dragon, you have to exit out its butthole. I would have been like,
I
oh
think-
fuck
Yeah,
yeah,
that sounds about
instant
right.
purchase.
I think the
P-rated that stuff.
Venn diagram of people who buy it and the VAR community is just,
It's good. It's a circle. It's a perfect circle.
Hey,
Oh,
the good news is you don't have to know who purchases
Yeah,
it. You
yeah,
just have
yeah.
to reap the
True, that's
reward.
true. I
Just let
just
the
get the money.
5-star ratings and reviews roll in. Don't even worry. I actually,
Yeah.
you know what? I wouldn't even read the reviews because they're probably gonna get kind of nasty.
guess
But
you get
you can at least.
If you want help figuring out maps licensing, I've done a lot of research for a one-shot that needs maps that I'm trying to publish. So we'll talk. Thank you so much for
Excellent.
running this, though. This was
No
a
problem.
disgusting delight.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Oh, I'm so glad you guys all came out for this one.
If you are in the market for butt maps, please contact Danielle Thewin.
Apparently, an
guts.
expert that can throw them together in about 3 hours' time in a random afternoon.
Yeah, that's about what it took. Oh, gosh.
We have chatted the anus of a dragon.
Oh, well, on that note, we're going to circle
On
through
that
the
brown note,
in the same
God.
order that we started off with, and just feel free to promote anything you want to promote. So we will start with Adam.
Yep, I'm Adam DeWeese. I kind of promoted all the shows on the Majestic Goose Network at the top of the show, but yeah, Halfway to Heroes, Storytime with Silas, usually a writer on at least one of those, an editing person on all of them. Just check out all the shows on Majestic Goose Network. That's really all I got to plug. Just search in your podcaster Majestic Goose Network, and it should just show you all of the shows on our network. So that's an easy way to find us.
All right. Rebecca.
Yes, you can find me across the internet primarily as Rebecca Boom, Bomb Clancy on all social medias, unless it's TikTok, and that's Mimic for hire for D&D stuff or Sire for hire for VTM stuff because it doesn't like it when it's on the same account. And then if you are into things like this, I have kids books on Amazon. Can you trust a fart? So this is on brand.
Oh, let me
that.
find that and drop that in the chat real quick.
Yes.
And yeah, that's where you can find me.
All right. Jirandu.
it's me, isn't it? Yes. Hello, I'm Jundu. I'm still a human man, despite appearances and the experiences of this preceding stream. You can find me on a variety of shows on the Majestic Goose Network. I'm also a voice actor, and I appear mainly in No Return, where I play a bunch of different voices on the various different arcs on there. And I'm also guest voicing on the Hearthfire Tales actual play podcast, but I'm just doing like a guest voice. We're playing Blor Chester, the arena announcer.
Fantastic. Alondra.
Hello, I'm Alondra, aka Lady Bedivere. You can find me at Lady Bedivere on pretty much any social mediation site that you use. Currently, I am running the final few modules of Keys from the Golden Vault over on the Quest and Chaos Network. I am playing in a Cities Without Number cyberpunk game on Wednesdays on Vanna Loswin's Twitch channel. And I will have more projects coming up soon. I pop up occasionally, actually quite often these days, here on Majestic Goose for Meme of the Month, and sometimes over on the Miskatonic network, Miskatonic Playhouse network, doing Call of Cthulhu. I am very easy to find if you ever want to chat about TTRPGs. I play all of them.
Fantastic. And I am Danny. You can find me hanging out here on the Majestic Goose Network. We have Crits and Knits every other Wednesday. We've got That's Pretty Crafty every other Tuesday. I'm on Eclipse. I am putting together this year's Storytime with Silas. If you are someone who writes horror and would like to have your story included this year, we are still taking submissions. Head over to the Discord. It's got all the instructions for submission guidelines under Storytime with Silas. But we are definitely still looking for stories. We're taking those till I believe the end of June. So get those in
Yeah.
when
We
you
need
get a
some good
chance.
ones.
We
Yeah,
want
we do.
you to submit to us.
That's probably my favorite show to edit. So please give us some really good horror stories for me to have
Yes.
fun. I usually try not to listen or read the script prior to editing it. So as I'm editing it, I'm following the story along, and it's always a very fun time. So please send some good horror stories for us.
All right. We will be back at the end of this month because this month has 5 weeks. So we're going to get an extra bonus episode of Meme of the Month in, theoretically. We're going to try. So tune back in on, I guess it's May 31st.
Yep.
And we will see you then. Thank you all for hanging out tonight. Bye.
Love ya.